Hello there, internets. Version 2 here with Let's Play Danganronpa V3. New Danganronpa V3. Killing Harmony. I keep forgetting the new part. Today, there's Tenko's corpse. It's been a week since recording the last episode where somehow everything happened. So we've had time to, be upset by it, but not be losing our fucking brains over it. Alright, let's read what this says here. In an attempt to resurrect the dead, Angie is killed. During a seance search for answers, Tenko is killed. Are the two related? The third trial begins. Kikichi faked death, oh, god damn it. It's definitely one of the most moments in any of these games that the game has fucking got me. Just, like, in the emotional thing that it meant, that it aimed for. Alright, let's go through all this, and I'll do my theory thing. Alright. Victim is, Ultimate Artist, Angie Yunaga. Victim's body was discovered in the Ultimate Research Lab. Time of death is approximately 2 AM. The victim was killed by a fatal stab wound to the torso. Additionally, she has lacerations on her forehead. Wait, stab wound to the torso? I thought it was the back of the neck. Or is that's Tenko's. Sorry. The second victim is the Ultimate Aikido Master, Tenko Chabashiro. The victim's body was discovered in a vacant room on the 4th floor. The estimated time of death is 11 AM. The victim was stabbed in the back of her neck, resulting in death. No other injuries were detected. Spinning his account, Angie locked herself in there, wouldn't unlock unless someone from the council asked her to, and the council members. She has a injury across her forehead, which isn't bleeding much. We've got bloody duct tape, which is stuck to her head. Is that. We've got Grimoire Weiss, straight up Grimoire Weiss. Prepared as a motive. They're, doing this to prepare the stuff, which is a lot there I'm not bothered to read. 4 wax effigies hanging upside down of the people who were killed. The Art Lab's back door with the sliding lock on it. And something shiny on the handle. The Art Lab's front door being locked. The key one of them has, so we can't do it. Kikichi picked the lock. Kikichi can pick locks. The gold leaf katana was stabbed into Kaede. And gold comes off of it easily. The end of it is bloody. The caged child ritual. Everything to do for that. Fucking Christ. That is a long goddamn freaking description for that. But that's that. Kibo has a flashlight to just make everything super bright. There was a sound during the seance of the floor falling apart. There's a hole in the gap over here. An incredibly heavy statue. The white sheet that has a little bit of blood on one side, but there's no hole in it. With Lysandroth placing it. Magic circle was drawn, and then everyone ran through it, and it's impossible to check the original shape. There's a little bit of blood on the cage that she was in. Himiko removed it on her own. The marker stone, a tiny little thing that Tenko put her head onto. Loose floorboard, has blood on it, and dried blood on one side as well. Yeah. Tenko died in a crouched position. The injury on the back of her neck was deep, but probably enough to kill her immediately. Dried blood under the floor. Quite far from where Tenko was, Tenko's blood was dripping. One of the cross pieces, had been cut. There was a sickle under the floor, with blood on it from the assassin's lab. Kikichi? Yeah, and Kikichi. Okay. So, as per usual, here's the theory, of what I think happened. Skip to the time on the screen if you want to not hear that. If you want to, like, learn it through the case. Again, I'm assuming most people probably watch it anyways, because most people probably know the game anyways. But just in case, I still think it's the best way to go about it. So it works better for everyone, regardless of who it is. So, yeah. Cut to that point now, if you don't want to hear me possibly spoil it if I do turn out to be right. Which, as we determined last episode, I'm always right. So yeah, Lysandroth killed Tenko. Like, there's absolutely no question about that. There's absolutely no question about that. While I know how she was killed is actually pointless and meaningless, because it's only Angie that we have to actually work out, I'm gonna go through what I think happened there, because it's way more obvious than Angie's. Okay, so it was Lysandroth. The sickle was placed on top of the cage underneath the top cloth thing that Lysandroth put on there, which is why there's no hole in it, because it wasn't stabbed through it, because it was just sitting up against it, and why there's blood on both of those, because it was in between the two of them, went up into there. The holes in the cage probably helped keep that in place, and he was the one who put it on there and took it off, because it has to be the same order, otherwise it'll fuck up the thing and we'll get super cursed. So yeah, he placed it there, he did that, he threw it just under the floorboards in between, thinking no one would look there. I don't understand that. I mean, people would have definitely checked the cloth, but still. The way that he did it, so that giant thunk sound, so the floorboard that Tenko was on and the one that was loose, he went over to it and stomped on one side of it and just, like, pushed her body up into it. And that's how it stabbed her in the back of the neck. It was incredibly loud. I don't know how he thought he would get away with it. I really don't know how he thought he'd get away with it. I really don't. Like, Christ. It's one of the more obvious kills. Just like that it was him, but just like, even like the method of everything is not complex at all. He went under, he cut the floorboards, and then stomped on one side, and that just pushed her body up into it and went stab into the back of her neck, which is why she had to have her head on the marker on the stone. So it's just like, so your neck is lined up properly with the sickle, and that's definitely what that was. When Kikichi fell into a floorboard in another room, Lysandroth totally set that up in all three rooms. He totally set it up in all three rooms, and that's why Kikichi was able to fall through the floorboards, because he stepped on the floorboard that had the missing piece underneath it in the other room. He may have even mentioned that it looked like there was a piece cut from there, but either way, that's what happened. I'm gonna guess that's how he's gonna try and get away with it, is just being like, but I didn't choose the room, that was Himiko. How could I have possibly done it if Himiko was the one who chose the room? What if she chose a room that wasn't the middle one? Then how would have I been able to do it? Which, poor Himiko, because, oh my god, once again, she's gonna be blamed for this. And her two closest people just died in this. Himiko is going to be, like, just mentally ruined and fucked up after this. So yeah, there's that. But the way it was just like, don't step on the salt thing, it's just like, don't step on the floorboard. Be very precise about the order that we put everything on there. Have the really heavy dog statue on the top so it doesn't, so someone's body flying into the bottom of the cage doesn't move it at all. Now, a lot of the cage child seance was like just a thing that was there, but he was probably just like, I bet I can turn this into a sick murder that'll be super hidden and no one will know it's me, outside of the fact that it's pretty fucking blatantly him. So there's that. Now, the one that matters, Angie, which I also think is Lysandra. And it's weird, because the main thing that makes me think it's Lysandra is stuff to do with Tenko's death. Because I think the reason that she was killed is because she came across him setting up the murder with the cutting of the floorboards. And he was just like, well, she knows she's gotta go. But then he went through with the other murder anyway. Which is fucking confusing to me. But the fact that there's dried blood on the floorboards away from there, it's just like, that blood's coming from somewhere. And it's coming from Angie. So she went into there, probably hearing, it's like, who the fuck is soaring at 2 in the goddamn morning? You went in, it's like, Lysandra's like, sup? And she's just like, and then, like, she was bleeding. So here, the thing that I'm unsure about here is the exact nature of how kills happened, when kills happened, etc, etc, etc. So she was definitely attacked and bleeding inside of that room, which just happened to be the same room that Tenko ended up dying in. And that's what the dried blood is there for. And the floorboard that's dried blood on the bottom, she was, like, killed and, like, on that one. And he's just like, well, I'm using this one for the other murder anyway. So I'm just gonna flip it over so you can't even see the dried blood there. Boom, because they're easily removable floorboards. Now, whether she was killed there with the stab, with the sickle as well, I'm not sure. It's either that, And then he's just like, well, I better hide this one so no one knows I did this one too. Hide it in the lab. Stab her, either, if she was killed there, either stab her again in the lab, across the forehead, try to trick people into thinking that's the cause of death, and that's why it wasn't bleeding much. Stab the sword into the body. Or, she was only attacked in that room, across the forehead, wasn't killed there, taken back to the artist lab, killed there, either with the sickle or the sword. I'm not 100% sure on that part. Because it could go, she was killed with the sickle, and he attacked her with the sword to put a bit of blood onto it, and then tried to hide it in the room to just try to be like, oh no, the sword totally is the murder weapon, when it's actually still the sickle, to try and throw off what the murder weapon was. Which he's throwing it off by making it, instead of look like a weapon from the assassin's lab, making it look like a weapon from his lab. So now that I'm thinking about that, that doesn't make sense. But the main thing I think is just like, I'm not sure where she was killed. It doesn't say so, and it just says where her body was discovered. But there is a giant pool of blood on the floor in the other room, not in the seance room. So I think she was probably killed in her lab, but attacked first in that room. And that's where she was killed there. And again, like, the main thing that, like, and the main reason that I think it's him is because, well, that blood is hiding in the same spot and place as the other murder, which he definitely did. And if someone else did it, they probably would have discovered either his murder plan, or while he was preparing his murder plan, he would have discovered the other blood kind of thing. So, it's weird that it's just like I'm using stuff from Tenko's death to like pin it on Lysandra, but also Angie, which is a bit confusing. In terms of the locked door thing, oh no, he just stuck the body into sword into Kaede's body, spun her around, and literally just let her go, and eventually the sword just smacked onto the fucking lock and pushed it closed. It's 2 in the morning. You can do that as many fucking times as you want until the sword happens to hit it. And he can just be like, click, test the door while he's on the outside. Perfect, it's locked. And it's just like, oh, it didn't lock it? Alright, spin her around again. And just do that. Again, whether the sword was used for the murder, and he just like, was just like, oh, I'm also gonna hide it in the room by stabbing it here, which is barely hiding it, I don't know. Or whether he's just like, I'm gonna hide the murder weapon in here to trick people into thinking what the murder weapon is. I'm not sure which one of those. In terms of the tape that is on her forehead, that is either to stop her bleeding from going from the seance room to the artist lab, or he somehow also like had the sword stuck to her head to like spin off into the other thing. But I'm gonna doubt it's that one. I'm gonna guess it's the first one. Like, there's a lot of things I'm unsure about for Angie, but I've got a general gist of it. So that's what I'm going with here for the most part. I've got a rough idea of most things, but I don't have a precise idea of everything. Not nailing it as hard as I did in the first, in the second one, because in the second one I nailed it literally to the T. Except for like the pull trick stuff. But like the pool tank thing. But this one is like, I have a rough idea of the general outline of it, but the exact specifics I'm not 100% sure of. And also, if he only killed Angie, didn't kill Tenko, and we didn't find the evidence under the floorboards of dried blood, we probably wouldn't be able to tell that it was him who killed Angie. Outside of the fact that it was the sword from his lab, he did it. So, I don't know. That's my best bet. So, we'll come back, and everyone who decided to skip that can join back in after this probably way too long thing that I was rambling about. And that's how Lysandra killed Tenko. Again, I'm not hiding that one. He definitely killed Tenko. Alright, let's go into our skills. How many more things have I got? I have 9. Okay. And I have a billion slots. So we've got 9. What do I want? Extra charisma. Influence recovered by right answers. Influence. Extra hearts. Lost the thought. Increases time limit. No. Downshift. No. Trigger happy. Increases the delay after using injury bullets or this. Okay. The delay between using them. So it recovers this while using fever time. No. Silence all conversations except for the one you're on for mass panic debates. Mass panic debate, Scrum, Hangman's Gambit, Clear Mind. So there's a lot of things here where it's only useful for one, so it's, I should, I'm bad at the blade stuff. I should probably get that one. Because I'm really bad at it. Fuck, I'm gonna get that, because I'm bad at the blade one, so I'm gonna get this. Boom, there you go. And we're gonna put that on. I've still got 5. I'll save that. There might be something else useful. All right, let us begin the class trial. Let's go. So what's gonna happen with Scrum debates now? Because there's now an uneven amount. There's now an odd number of people.
Now then, let's begin with the basic explanation.
Oh fuck! I gotta do voices for the monocups, don't I? Damn it! Yes, I have to. I completely forgot about that. I wasn't considering that for this.
During the trial, you'll present your arguments for who the culprit is, and vote for who done it. Vote correctly, and only the blackened will be punished. But if you, I'll punish everyone besides the blackened.
We've heard this in every game, so.
That person will graduate from this academy.
So it's fine.
Also, refusing to vote will result in your death. So you better vote.
Not
for
punishment,
someone.
I'm just gonna straight up kill you. I don't even care. Not even satisfying.
Smiles, everyone! It's showtime! Let's get this crazy awesome trial underway!
You really love the trials.
Sorry, everyone. I don't think I'm gonna be much help this time.
Why, is that because you're incredibly sick and coughing up blood?
Because of Monokuma's disruptions, I couldn't do a thorough investigation.
That was just you being scared of ghosts and also coughing up blood.
I can tell Monokuma is overcompensating to hide his self-consciousness.
Okay, that's it. Monokuma was silent for like most of this chapter.
Next time, spend less time fixing your hair and more time investigating, spaceman!
Hey, his hair's awesome. Also, nothing against Kikichi.
Shut up! I don't need to hear some comedy act from you two weirdos.
Who did it?
Okay. The thing about Himiko having a breakdown because of this, maybe this is gonna harden her resolve to just be like, I'm not dealing with your bullshit anymore. Who fucking did it, you assholes?
Who killed Angie and Tenko?
Wow, you can hear her voice is like,
Do not
anger.
let your emotions hasten your judgment. There may be 2 killers.
Yeah, but what if there isn't though?
So,
What if there is though?
our other culprit might not be one of us here.
Okay, Shirogane, you're still in your transfer student kick. Okay.
What do you mean?
Transfer student.
The transfer student.
Is there a reason you're talking like this right now for
Maybe
this?
our resurrected transfer student dragged Angie and Tenko into the grave.
Can we ask Monokuma if that's a thing that happens?
Stop it! Stop making stuff up!
And there he is vibrating.
Say something, Shuichi. It'll be a mess if this keeps going on.
Didn't happen that way. I just noticed she's got wings and a halo. She'd probably hate that. That's very Christian. Is it even possible for a revived corpse to be the culprit? Well, in the interest of being thorough, I should clear things up here. Alright, we're starting with the first thing of chapter 5 in the first game. I don't even know how to disprove this other than shut up. The effigies are still there?
This crime was committed by the recently deceased.
The ritual never happens.
They came back to life and killed 2 of our classmates.
The ritual's
No!
the Necronomicon's still there because it's not burnt up. That was part of it.
Ritual did work?
No, it didn't work.
Who was resurrected, I wonder?
No, okay.
Angie did say she was gonna bring Rantaro back.
No, Rentaro.
Rantaro was resurrected.
And he got killed, and he
Culprit
killed.
is the late Rantaro Amami.
Shit, okay, Screen's getting
Please,
evil.
Stop it!
Shuichi, say something. Alright, I'm just going through all of it, hearing all the dialogue. This isn't about believing in reviving the dead. I have to focus on their statements. Were all their statements correct?
This crime was committed
By the recently deceased. No, it didn't work, because the Necronomicon has to be burned for it. I love zombies.
So, ritual did work?
No, it didn't work. Ugh! Boom! I didn't get the V counter. Damn it! No, that's wrong! The Necronomicon's still there.
I don't think Angie's ritual succeeded.
Because she failed. She died before she could
According
try.
to the Necronomicon Monokuma showed
Grimoire
us,
Weiss, yeah. Grimoire Noir.
you
One or
have
the
to
other.
burn the Necronomicon in the ritual.
And it's still there. After preparing the effigy, burn this Necronomicon to ashes. Use caution, be careful, be mindful of carbon monoxide poisoning. Sprinkle the ashes on the effigy and repeat the name of the deceased 3 times.
If Angie's
Biggie
ritual
Smalls,
had
Biggie Smalls,
succeeded,
Biggie Smalls.
the book
Sorry!
would have been gone.
South Park reference and also, never mind. If Angie's ritual had succeeded, the book would be gone.
So she must have been killed before the ritual was complete, since the book was still intact.
See?
Then going to think Rantaro probably not culprit.
See, if we didn't let her finish, she wouldn't have said Rentaro.
Oh, I guess you're right.
There we go.
Well, duh. There's no way a dead person could
At least this was
resurrect.
cleared up faster than it was with fucking Hero and the dead Kyoko.
Hold on
Christ.
a second. I can't let that comment stand.
About not... Can you resurrect people? I'm unclear about the laws of this new universe for Danganronpa we've got. Ghosts were established as not a thing in the previous one, and then later established to be a thing for weird reasons. And I don't know what the rules are for this one.
Sure, everybody knows that you can't bring the dead back to life.
Hmm?
But it's easy at the Ultimate Academy, as long as you use the Necronomicon.
What do you mean? Is this a possible thing? And how? I'm so confused.
What are you talking about? There's no way that's possible.
But it's true. I never lie about motives.
See, that's my thing. In all of the previous games, the motives have never been a lie. Even the fifth case in the first game, the motive may not have been a lie. Because I think the motive in that was that there was a 16th student. The corpse and the whole case was totally fabricated. But the motive itself, I don't think was actually a lie. I don't think motives have ever been lies.
Daddy said so. So
He can't be wrong. Raising the dead is totally possible.
Man,
I can't believe you guys wasted such a perfectly good motive.
You should have
Let me use it to bring Monodem back to life. What?
Monodem is still
Alive, though.
I'm just kidding. I wouldn't waste a resurrection on Monodem's corpse. Still alive. Monodem's just standing there. You're back to being silent.
So resurrecting the dead was actually possible this whole time?
There's no way it's possible.
I'm really confused about what Monokuma means by this.
There's no way that could happen, idiots. Monokuma is trying to confuse us. Let's hurry up and find out who the Blackened is.
If our transfer
Like, even if it's
student
possible, it's
isn't
not what
the
happened
culprit,
here, so.
then blame falls to one of us.
I don't like that, though.
Who? Who did it?
And just back to her being angry.
Step aside, Half Pint. I'll handle this.
Alright, I'm expecting you to be wrong about everything, Mir.
I don't know about Tenko, but I'm pretty fucking sure Kyo murdered Angie.
Hey, okay. We're just immediately getting to the one that matters, and we're immediately going with Lysandra. Okay.
What? Why?
Why are you saying this, Mir?
Don't play dumb with me, creep show. I already know what happened.
God, I'd love for her to be right about everything right here, right now. Alright, let's go. Are you just basing this on his sword being in the room?
The culprit used a katana to kill Angie. And it was found in Kyo's research lab.
Yeah, that's
Which
true.
makes you, Kyo, automatically suspicious.
Well,
But anyone could have taken that katana, you see.
I mean, that
So
is...
that rusty katana was the murder weapon.
Yes.
We're the only one who cared about that thing, Kyo.
You didn't let anyone else
I
touch
did
it.
not care about some katana.
Just admit it, you shit-eating worm.
You totally did care about it, though. Where's the... You told no one else to touch it. Oh, Oh, I want to disprove that, though.
You went to the classroom, broke in,
Well, it didn't break in.
and murdered the fuck out of Angie.
That's the part that I'm disagreeing with.
Yeah, I'm a fucking genius.
Very basic stuff that you're going with there. Is Lysandra really the culprit? Does that story fit the... No, because it wasn't broken in. Because nothing was broken, so...
The culprit used a katana.
Alright, skip. Front door? I want the front door, yes. I
Which
can see
makes
what's
you
in front or back door.
But anyone could.
Why am I shooting these things? I don't need time. I've got 4 minutes. It's so unnecessary.
Kyo,
But it's fine.
Some katana.
Just admit it, you shit worm.
You did care, though.
You went to the
One
classroom,
thing.
broke in.
But no. Whether Key had a key or not, Angie still would have let it. Wait, what? He could have pinned her down and murdered her just like that. But you said. I'm now very confused.
The culprit used a katana to kill Angie. And it was found in Kiyo's research lab.
Lockpicking?
Which makes
What's Samugi's account? Oh, that it's been locked since yesterday. Okay.
you, Kiyo,
Someone could have. You see,
So that
Okay.
the only
The thing is, like,
Kyo.
the way that Mew
I
countered
did
my
not
argument
care
there is just
about
like,
some katana.
even if he didn't have the key, Angie would have let him in. I'm confused by what that. Broken. Boom! There we go. Okay.
That's wrong!
I had the right idea. I was just very confused about what the truth was meant there. Okay, it's not that there was no evidence there was a break-in. It's that Shirogane said
No,
a break-in
Kiyo
didn't
would not have
happen.
been able to enter Angie's lab. Isn't that right, Tsumugi?
It's been locked the whole time.
Before Angie locked herself up in her research lab, she said she wasn't going to open up for anyone but student council members.
And Lysanderoth wasn't one of those. What if someone went up and says, like, I want to join the student council? Would she have done that? Or would she have wanted one of the other student council members there to, like, confirm it?
And Kiyo is not a member. She wouldn't have opened the door for him.
I mean, she said broke in. Kind of just...
Kyo couldn't have killed Angie even if he wanted to.
I had no desire to kill her in the first place.
Like, she said break in. And now it's like, nah, he couldn't have broken in. She wouldn't have let him in. This is a weird argument.
So whoever killed Angie must have been one of the student council members, yeah?
This is a strange argument we're going with here, but alright.
I was doing a bit to lead you to the right answer. Can't believe you actually got it.
You're not as good as this as other people, Amir.
Oh, how clever.
Gonta!
You can just ignore her, Gonta.
The remaining student council members are Gonta, Kibo, Tsumugi, and Himiko.
They're gonna turn blame on Himiko,
Can't
aren't
be
they?
Himiko. She was besties with Angie.
Kakichi, why are you even... Okay.
I trust their friendship.
Aww.
You guys do too, right?
Oh my god. I can't tell if you're trying to say this because you generally don't believe it's her, or if you're trying to blame her by just being incredibly sus.
Yeah, of course.
Gonta!
Can we trust their friendship so readily?
Yes, they've been friends for 2 chapters. I mean, just because Angie tried to blame Himiko for the death in chapter 2 doesn't mean that Himiko would want revenge or anything for Angie being a total bitch like that.
Obviously. Let's believe in them.
Himiko really trusted Angie a lot, like even through all of chapter 3. So what I'm saying is total bullshit, but I'm just going from their perspective, that could be a possibility, you know.
Gonta, Tsumugi, and Kibo.
Let it be the robot. Let the robot, like, just go away without being, like, any robot important things. Let's just let either un-Mechamaru this or exactly Mechamaru this.
Yep, the culprit is one of those 3 people.
Hey, you called him people!
You mean one of those 2 people. 'Cause
Mew!
a robot ain't people, Jack.
Mew! God damn it! Ah.
I will let that remark slide. Anyway, aren't these accusations just a tad too hasty?
Yeah, we haven't confirmed whether, like, a break-in didn't happen. We haven't confirmed if the murder happened in that room.
What ifs? The culprit should confess already. Gonta, Keyboy, or Tsumugi?
Are we actually
Well-
just, like, having the Himiko thing just... Alright, okay.
No, not Gonta. Gonta would never kill Angie.
Yeah, Gonta's a gentleman. You shouldn't suspect either of us.
That's not Tsumugi.
Hey, stick up for me too.
Gonta definitely not hurt anyone.
Oh, here we go. We're going for
Torture
this.
Gonta if you don't believe.
Torture?
It
Okay.
might be a bit too far, but Gonta and I aren't the culprits.
Sure got it. God damn it.
And I'm not the culprit either. Jeez.
God. You're being dicks to the
We're
robot.
not the culprit.
Plainly not the culprit, 'cause everything's plain about you. You were my first suspect for this. Like, after I saw Angie and before I saw anything else, she was my first suspect.
We must consider other possibilities.
What? Okay, up, back door.
Surely there
lockpick,
must be
necromancer.
suspects
Gentlemen,
outside the
not
student
betray
council.
student council.
That's
utterly impossible.
That's utterly okay.
A dead chick
Gonta
can't be
and
the
Wu talking
culprit.
to both friends.
Only
Much
student
better
council
than being
members
out
had
too
access.
late.
Only student members can enter in. It'd be much out
Even
much
though
too
robot
late.
Kyo doubt Gonta.
I should really pay attention to one and just listen to that.
Robophobic remark.
Okay, so what are we countering? Okay, several suspicious statements. One is obviously inconsistent. Okay.
We must
Okay.
consider
It's
other
gentlemen.
possibilities.
Okay. going
Surely there
together.
must be suspects
Gentlemen,
outside the
not
student
betray
council.
student council!
That's
Someone's
totally
like-
impossible for last name.
A dead chick
Gonta
can't
and
be
Rue
the
talking to
culprit.
book friends.
Only
Much
student
better
council
than being
members
out
head
too late at night.
Look, I don't know who the
Ask
culprit
both
is,
friends if Kyo doubt Gonta.
but it's definitely not.
I think she's lockpicking, okay.
A robophobic remark!
Alright, okay, no, I know what we're doing. I know what we're doing. I know what we're doing.
Consider other
Only
There must be suspects.
only student council members have access to the room. No, Kikichi could break in.
That's
We're
utterly
actually gonna blame
impossible.
Kikichi for something.
A dead chick can't be the
anyone.
culprit.
Not anyone could open that door.
Student council
And
members
it's
head
also
out.
suspicious that you're saying it because, well, yeah. And ready, get the V.
Look, I don't know who the culprit
It
is.
moved.
I heard it!
There we go. I heard it. I like how in this one people just get to the point where everyone's shouting. It's like, ah.
No, it wasn't just student council members that could have opened that lab door.
Kikichi.
What was it you said earlier about Kyo opening the door, Shuichi?
Yeah, but Kia doesn't know how to lockpick.
Unless you're a
Lights
student
up.
council member, you can't enter Angie's lab, right?
See, like, you totally know that we're gonna blame it on you.
I was referring to Kyo. He couldn't have done it, but you could have.
Dun dun dun.
Because I saw you open the classroom lock by picking it.
Ta-da! It was locked and you opened it. There we go. Clack. Open sesame.
Oh, that happened? I totally forgot.
I don't believe you forgot.
So you're going to pretend you don't remember, huh?
Quit glaring at me like that. Of course I remember.
It's your lockpicking. It's your whole shtick. Well, not your whole
Yeah,
shtick, but one of your
I did
shticks.
it. I killed Angie.
Wait, what? What did you just
Nah,
say?
you caught me.
I picked the lock to her lab, snuck into the room, and then wham! Killed Angie. The culprit was me, all along.
All along, the whole 15 minutes we've been doing this.
What?
Are you doing this to fuck with Himiko because you want to turn around and blame her?
What are you saying? Is this some kind of joke?
Because the way he started by just going, it's not Himiko.
Nah, no joke. I thought that if I confessed, I could atone for my sins.
Ah, Kikichi.
And it helped. I feel so much better. Whew.
I'm wondering where you're going with this, if it's just to fuck with people, or whether you have a, like, more of a point than just, I thought it was fun. Like, is there more to this than tell lols, is my question.
Wait, so Kokichi really is culprit?
No, he's lying. I think.
Maybe?
Yeah, you just want to keep everyone on your toes.
He's lying. I'm certain of it.
You play,
No, definitely not a lie. I killed Angie. Shouldn't you guys believe the culprit when they confess?
not when it's you.
Then let me ask you, culprit. How did you lock the room?
Oh.
Huh? It's the same as opening it. You pick the door closed from the outside.
No, that doesn't make sense.
Huh? What doesn't make sense? Can't you lock a door by picking it?
Certain ones, yes. That one, I don't think you can because it's a cylinder lock.
Maybe, but that's not how the culprit locked the room. They used a different method.
Oh, so you're just talking about the locked room thing. Okay.
What different method?
The back door.
Yeah, Mumbles. Use your big boy voice and explain yourself.
There
Okay.
were 2 doors to the classroom, and the one locked last was...
The back door. The back door. There it is.
That's it!
Shouldn't you know all about that, Mew? Has she hinted that she's
The
into that
back
at all?
door.
I don't even know.
That's how they made this a locked
Just the
room
thing I was
mystery.
saying about the back alley items before, but I don't know if that counts. I don't think
The
that's
back
canon.
door had a sliding lock, yes? How was it locked from the outside?
Through contraptions to make a locked room
The
mystery.
culprit used a certain tool.
Just say a fucking sword. Mine's mine? Alright, okay. Everyone get ready for me to be bad at this. They'll turn pink and then just turn that one pink. Okay. Okay. This! There we go. Yeah, that. There we go. There's just gotta be multiple touching each other, right? Where the fuck's the sword? There's the sword. Is that the sword? Yes. Do this one. This. Oh, look at me go. That'll turn those. Yep, that works. Boom. Shit. No, that works. There we go. Yeah. I'm not even. Okay, well, that one I need to go. Boom. Oh, wait. Is that even the. That is it. It's the gold leaf katana. Hey! Oh, look, there's the sickle and whatever that middle thing is. Okay. Hey, we did it.
The gold leaf katana that was stabbed into Kaede's effigy.
You dickbag. You had to stab it into my waifu's one, didn't you?
Culprit
This is
used that
Shuichi
to
saying
hit the
that.
knob of the sliding lock
My wife
to
was
lock
dead.
the door.
More recent.
So the gold leaf was on the sliding lock because...
The sword touched it.
Because when the katana hit the lock, some of the gold leaf rubbed off on it. The gold leaf on that katana did peel rather easily.
It got on my hands by touching it for a second. And Marky's too.
That evidence rings a bell. Specifically, a school bell.
Are you talking about the katana? I was wondering, was it the same katana from the first game that, Sayaka used?
Are you talking about a different school?
What school was it? Are the first games canon for this game or not? It's incredibly unclear.
Now, that doesn't matter anymore. Let's not
I
dwell on
can't
the
tell.
past.
There's so many hints that they are and that they aren't, and I think it's just to fuck with me.
Ooh, the gold leaf landed on the
Everyone
sliding
else
lock
ignores
when the
it.
katana touched it. So that means the culprit used the katana to move the sliding lock, right?
Ta-da!
Wait, how did they move it with the katana? And from outside Angie's lab?
They made a whirligig contraption from the hanging things
The
that were
clue
spinning
that might
around.
give us the answer is the layout of the area itself.
Because Kaede is the closest to the door.
It was an odd setup after all.
It was meant to look suspicious and occult-like, but then it was actually used for
The
trickery.
katana stabbed into the effigy. The effigy's hung upside down.
Angie didn't do that as part of the ritual?
No, it doesn't require that.
No. Nowhere in the Necronomicon did it say you had to hang the effigies.
Yeah, so it actually
If it was not part of the ritual, then it must have been for a different purpose, right?
to try and disguise how the room was locked. I am honestly shocked we're doing, like, the locked room stuff this quickly. A different purpose. What could that have been? You already know this. The culprit somehow used the setup to lock the room. In that case, I need to know the reason behind every step of that setup. It sounded like you had already solved this beforehand, and now you're unsure of it. Which I actually guess does play into your character of how you are a detective and incredibly unconfident of your detective abilities. If I do that, the way the culprit locked the room should be clear. Oh, sack taxi. All right, let's go. We're driving. 2, 1, go. Brum, brum, brum. Oh, we're on driving. Boom. Collect the letters. Man, remember when I thought that this was the new Hangman's Gambit and then they fixed it? And then there was another Hangman's Gambit and then it still sucked? Good times. And this just actually replaced the moonsault thing. Good times. Good times. This is easier than the moonsault slack dive, whatever it was called. What turned the handle of the sliding lock? Oh. Thinking time. Alright, okay. Alright. The katana is one of the answers. The effigy's hand, the katana's hill. That's why the gold's on there. Alright, and run them over! Still weird that we run them over. Still not comfortable with that. They just cop in the car, but it's like you hear them and it sounds like you're running them over. Still makes me uncomfortable. Alright, now we're leaving Vegas and going through the Mojave. Driving to all of it. There we go. Does the actual Crazy Taxi game take place in Vegas? Like, is that why it's Vegas here? Because it's like the actual Crazy Taxi game? Because I'm unclear. I've never played Crazy Taxi unless you count Simpsons Road Rage. So, yeah. I wouldn't know. What was done to the katana to make it turn the lock? Alright, let's drive through a desert. We're fear and loathing this. Let's go. Thinking time. More questions. Okay, what do we got? We've got katana stabbed into effigy, sliding lock was tampered with. Nope, stabbed into the... Like, all of this is just questions that we already have answered. We're not getting to anything new yet until we get to the end of this. Like, all these... Like, all of the... Like, the things that we just had there is like we already established this before we started this. You're not answering 3 different questions. You just answer 2 questions the same, and then the last one's different. Just to make it take as long as possible. Run them all over. Okay. Alright. We've got other cars. We're like all those various games that are like this type of aesthetic that have cars in them. There's like 3 of them, I think. Oh, look at... Oh, did you see that skills? Grabbing one and then dodging the car. Oh, that was sick. Oh, I've got a... Oh, that was like... Did I miss those letters? How is the katana manipulated to make the katana affect the lock? The wording of that entertains me. Alright, what do we got? Is spin a thing? Swinging back and forth. Spinning it. There it is. See, this is the one that you actually have to, like, work out. There it is. Boom. Yay! It was spun around until it eventually hit the damn thing. Everyone, I got it! I drove a taxi in my mind and I know the answer. And everyone's just like, the fuck are you talking about, Shuichi?
The reason the culprit stuck the katana into the effigy.
Like, was everyone just sitting here for 2 minutes waiting for him to say the answer? Just being like, oh, Shuichi's doing his thing again. Alright, let's just wait.
Was so that it would hit the sliding lock as the effigy spun.
You spin it and then it goes, bank, and just hits it.
Effigy spun?
It slides very easily. We established this before.
That's right. If you spun the effigy, the rope it was hanging from would twist.
And then you let go. And then whirligig! Don't cut yourself on the sword now.
Then, if you let it go, the rope would unwind and the effigy would spin the other way. And of course, the katana would spin with it.
And then hit the lock and bam, closed. Locked room mystery. I even forget how the locked room was done in Danganronpa 2. I don't even remember.
Spin to push the lock into place?
Like, there was a piece of wood that was behind the door, but I forget how it was, like, made so that would fall into place when the door was closed. I forget that.
The culprit simply needed to spin the effigy's rope, and then swiftly leave.
And they're pretty much next to each other, so you can do that quite easily.
This would cause the spinning katana to hit the sliding lock.
And bam.
And thus was the back door of an empty classroom locked from the inside.
And ta-da! Locked room mystery.
That's how Angie's lab was
Oh yeah,
locked.
that's why it wasn't Kikichi, because he didn't know that.
By using the effigy with the katana.
A plan born from the heart of a sword traveling through the air to intercept us.
Alright, calm down with the anime references, I'm assuming. She was just throwing up in the background. Monopony was just throwing up in the background.
Oh, but could it have moved the slide lock so easily?
It slides really easily. It's kind of a shithouse
The
lock.
sliding lock was pretty loose. A little push could move it.
It was shithouse.
As long as the spinning katana hit the lock, it would have slid into position.
Even if the culprit failed the first couple times, they could keep trying until it locked.
It was 2 in the morning.
Which is why the culprit chose to strike at nighttime, as to avoid detection.
Hey, why are you spinning this sword next to this dead body at like 12 in the afternoon? No reason.
Yes, since the student council prohibited anyone from walking around at nighttime.
Not that any of us listened to it. Well, a lot of us did listen to it.
Are you saying it's the student council's fault?
I'm saying that student council didn't help, but they didn't really hinder much.
I didn't say that.
In any case,
I merely implied
the
it.
culprit probably used the murder weapon for this trick. It had to have been the right length to hit the sliding lock from the effigy.
The culprit couldn't find a blade long enough in my lab, so they settled for the katana.
Yeah, because you've got all short swords and everything. Isn't that what you said? You like sneaking up behind them?
The other effigies were only hung up, so we think it was some kind of ceremony.
If there was more swords, there would have been more swords than all the others, and we wouldn't have even suspected that one of them in particular had a sword.
That way, you wouldn't notice the lock trick.
But we noticed it really quickly. It's always the thing with these. I set it up so you don't notice the other
Did
things.
say earlier
Oh, but we
that
did notice it
the
really quickly.
lock closed. I don't want to completely ignore that possibility. But I can't imagine the culprit would have done all this just for a distraction.
No, Kokichi can just be like, no, I set it up to look like that so you'd think it was someone else when really it was me. It's just like, no, though.
If that's the case, then Kokichi's confession earlier was actually
a lie!
Seriously? You fucking lied again?
Cough it up, Kokichi.
Oh, man. You guys got me. Okay, I'm not the culprit.
Or is this just his way of being like, I'm innocent? If I make you all believe I did it, and then I force you to disprove it, I'm forcing you to prove I didn't do it. That is fucking genius level tactics right there. Techniques? I don't know what I was going for there.
Telling the truth this time, right?
She's so fucking
I wanna
pissed.
say I'm lying, but I'm not.
I still want to say it, but nah.
Why did you say you were the culprit?
To make you prove I was innocent.
I wanted to lure the culprit out. If I claimed to be the culprit, then the real culprit would agree as well. You get me? And if they pressured me to confess, then that would have looked mighty suspicious.
Didn't work that much, though.
Sheesh. Darn it. It didn't go my way because Shuichi butted in on my plan.
Well, then tell us about the plan beforehand.
You and your fucking lies. Go sit in the corner and play with yourself.
Okay.
Okay, I'll start right now.
All right. So, who's the asshole?
I'm just
who
now
set up
imagining
this locked
Kokichi is
room
actually
mystery?
just jerking it for the rest of this. Oh no, he's got his hand under his shirt to make it look like he is, but he's lying and he secretly isn't. That's what's happening.
Mew, I can't hold it up anymore.
What's the matter? You going soft on me now?
Hey look, Mew's the dumb, again.
Who made the locked room mystery doesn't matter since anyone could have done it. Don't you even understand something as basic as that, you filthy cum dumpster?
Alright, no, never mind. We're going back in reverse.
Come, dumpster!
You can wear that shirt that Isabel has.
Finally! Someone finally called me a cum dumpster!
Nah, but she's not a sub sexually. People are actually trying to argue this. It's like, yeah, no, she's not, no, totally not at all.
What should we talk about now?
About how Mew's a cum dumpster.
We must focus not on the locked
I have to
room,
admit,
but on who entered
when I started the
Angie's life.
Danganronpa series, I didn't think it would get to a point later in the game where we'd have a character scream, cum dumpster! Not a thing I thought would happen. Not a thing I thought would happen.
Only one of the student council members or Kokichi could have gained entry.
It makes me wonder, outside of the fact that Kokichi's definitely gay, so he wouldn't, does Kokichi have a crush on Mew because he doesn't give other people insults like that, but he gives insults to Mew that Mew enjoys. And I wonder that. Like, he calls her swine and stuff like that, because he understands that, like, she's a sub and she enjoys it, like, sexually. But he doesn't call other people cum dumpster. So I wonder if, like, if he's doing it because he knows that Mew enjoys it, it's like, whatever.
Therefore, the culprit must be among their number.
That leaves us with 4 suspects. Tsumugi, Gonta, Kibo, and Kokichi.
Yeah.
Don't forget Himiko. She's also a part of the student council.
There it is.
Doesn't matter if she was besties with Angie, she's still a suspect.
Oh my god, you go back and forth so goddamn much.
That contradicts what you said earlier, which I can prove using my recording function.
Yeah, but
It's fine. It's just a waste of time.
he's right though.
Me? A suspect?
Oh, here we go.
Never kill Angie!
So, calling all suspects, what should we discuss next? I want to hear everyone's opinion. What would you say to get yourself off the suspect list?
The way you go about trials is so fucking confusing, Kokichi.
Why are you trying to lead the debate? You're a suspect too.
Yeah, but he finds it fun.
Silence, outsider. Only the suspect rangers are allowed to speak.
Suspect Rangers? What are we doing here?
Suspect Rangers?
What are we doing here?
I agree. Those under suspicion should explain themselves thoroughly.
We might catch them with their pants down.
You already told him to go masturbate. Calm down.
Anyway, I want to ask the suspect rangers,
Just coming up with dumb names.
what should we talk about? What should we say to get ourselves off the suspect list?
Alright, what are we doing?
Well, guys, I want to hear what you think.
That's sort of a difficult question, you know?
What makes it that it couldn't have been you?
Gonta not smart enough to know answer to that.
Ah.
Yes, it is difficult to formulate a logical response to that question.
Not articulate with words, huh? Don't you guys want to prove your innocence?
They don't trust you one bit, and I don't blame them. You're probably plotting.
Why did Tenko have to die? I want to know what happened to Angie too, but
Why Tenko as well?
can we talk about Tenko's case now and not just Angie?
I got you exactly where I wanted, Himiko.
What do you mean?
Is there a reason you're being mean to her? I mean, I understand what you're doing, and you should be doing it. But, you gotta be mean about it?
The two victims could have been killed by two separate murderers, you know. So we need to find the first Blackened responsible for the first victim. We gotta figure out who killed Angie. Until we solve Angie's case, Tenko's case is meaningless. Did you suggest that to waste our time?
It's not meaningless!
Himiko?
Tenko's death was meaningless? How dare you! Poor Tenko! How could you do this to her? Himiko.
Yeah, I knew emotionally. Yeah, I didn't expect as much anger out of her. I expected her to just actually shut down, but no. She's venting her emotions, and her emotion right now is fucking anger.
Himiko, stop it with your crappy lies.
Oh shit, you're actually just gonna full on call her out in this?
Lies?
Everything you said is total BS.
You're actually calling her out on this, holy shit.
You didn't give two shits about Tenko when she was alive. But now you're
She may have
like,
been like half of
oh
one.
no, poor Tenko, after she's dead. Come on, really?
Kokichi, enough!
No, he actually has a point. Like, I don't think Himiko did it. But, if Himiko did kill Angie and didn't kill Tenko, or did kill Tenko, or whatever, this would totally be a way of her trying to use this to her advantage. Also, she actually, like, didn't care about Tenko anywhere near as much as she's trying to claim to right now. I mean, she clearly did care about her. They did hang out a lot. How much of that was just Tenko forcibly being around Himiko is a lot. But still...
No. It's okay. It's no surprise he'd think that.
Oh, you're admitting it too.
I know I ignored Tenko before. That's why I'm so upset now. I should have faced Tenko. Worked things out with her while she was still alive. But now, it's too late. I can't complain to her or thank her. It's too late.
Yeah, seriously. It's way too late to realize that now.
Kaido, are you doing your Kaido thing that you're doing with us again?
Our only option is to face her death head on.
Yeah. Face her death?
Himiko, I understand what you're going through.
Kaido's doing his Kaido thing again. And by that, I mean he's Kamina thing again.
So I'm gonna help you out. Let's work together to find the
There
truth.
it is. Yeah. He's just assembling a posse.
I'm not gonna let anyone say her death didn't matter.
Kaito. Alright. I'll put a silencing curse on whoever calls Tenko's death meaningless.
I'd love if this actually made her magic happen.
The name of the curse is Death Curse.
Don't threaten to kill people in the middle of a trial. That's creepy.
Suppose being dead would silence someone pretty good.
Don't threaten to kill people in a trial.
Listen up. All you guys are gonna help out too.
Alright, now we're just... Now,
Being
alright.
someone who died and only thinking about your own survival.
Alright, in the middle of discussing one, let's just jump to discussing the other.
That's just as bad as a hit and run. I won't forgive something so messed up.
I don't know if it's the same, but okay, I understand your point.
Tenko was our friend. Gonta wanna know why she died too.
I already told you that's so unnecessary. We're getting sidetracked
But what if
here.
it isn't, though?
No, even if it was a different culprit, we need to know how Tenko died.
So we can stare them at the face for the rest of the game going, we know you killed someone and you're still here.
We don't find out who killed her, we won't be able to work together. Not now, not ever.
We'll always suspect that one of us could have been a killer. Or was a killer.
Even if this trial isn't for her, in order for us to survive, we need to get to the bottom of Tenko's death.
There we go.
Not just to survive this trial, but so we can keep going and live on!
Yeah! Kaito!
Finally, you noticed. Jeez, you're so slow.
Huh? Did Kokichi want us to notice?
You completely ignored Tenko from the moment you walked in here until he, like, just kept going on about it.
Don't listen to his crap. We haven't decided whether there were two different culprits yet.
Let us talk about Tenko's case then. Perhaps that will provide us a clue.
Yeah, maybe.
Alright, to Tenko's case. They're not wrong, but I don't mind going over Tenko's case. But that was an abrupt change of topic. Was that intentional?
So what are we talking about first?
Well, how just literally in the middle of discussing something about Angie, we're now talking about Tenko?
For now, let's see if we can narrow down the list of suspects.
Tencrotch probably got killed during the seance.
That's not even
so
clever.
Everyone there's suspicious.
That's not even clever.
Tencrotch!
That doesn't even make sense. The people who attended the seance. Alright, Lysandra, Shuichi, Himiko. Oh, no, Himiko was there, yeah. Kakichi and Kibo. Was that 5? No, Kibo wasn't there. No, Kibo wasn't there. Oh, my brain's hurting looking at this one.
That's it!
I was gonna say, yeah, Kibo was there. No, he was there first,
It
then
was
he
me,
left.
Kyo, Himiko, and Kokichi.
There we go.
So those 4 are the culprits.
Sorry, drink of water. It's fucking hot.
Oh, Himiko's still culprit?
Oh, we're still going on with this? Ah.
Well, that's probably just a coinkydink. The most suspicious out of the 4 is really
Who?
Kyo. He suggested the whole seance idea.
That is definitely true. And he organized the entire thing.
True.
Because he
I
did
may
it,
have
because he
suggested
killed
it,
Tenko.
But I explained the procedure beforehand, yes? If we all knew of it before the murder, then we are all equally suspicious.
Yeah, but you set it up.
Well, I suppose, but...
But...
In addition, the seance wasn't entirely in my control either.
You did everything
I was
for
not
it.
the one who selected the room we performed
Oh,
in.
here we go, here we go. This is the actual thing I was thinking of. And now we're back to blaming Himiko. Again. The middle room. It always works best for stuff like this.
Oh, right.
Also, we should not limit our suspects to only those who participated in the seance. The empty room had a point of entry from outside, you see.
In the gap in the floor? The point of entry from outside. He must be referring to... the thing in the corner!
There!
Yeah! Because there's a hole, like, underneath that connects to the other empty
You're
rooms.
talking about under the floor, right?
Huh? Under the floor?
Yeah, stuff under the floor that connects to the other rooms on the other side.
Yes, there's a crawl space under the floor a person can move through. There was also a hole that connected it to the neighboring room.
Yeah, that had just been worn the fuck out.
If the culprit used the hole, they could have entered and exited the seance room.
From either of the side rooms.
If we consider that possibility, then there is another suspect.
Suspect? Only one?
Another suspect? Who?
It's appearing before me.
Do you have to be creepy while you're talking about it?
Oh, I can see it clearly. The true identity of Tenko's killer.
I mean, there's not a mirror in front of you, so I don't know who you're talking about. Okay. Okay, I know what you're going on about. Again, there's no mirror, because it was you who killed Tenko.
The
You're an
culprit
asshole.
sneaked in during the seance by crawling under the floor.
Okay, cage child, loose floorboard, keep his flashlight
It
on.
was pitch black during the seance. How could they even see if they were under the floor?
Because it wasn't dark under the floor. You see, our villain...
Oh, really? This is what you're going for? Okay.
You mean candle?
I mean Kibo's flashlight function.
Did you see how bright it was?
Now hold on a second.
We so would have seen that.
Kibo could have used that function to get under the floor and sneak into the empty room during the seance.
I said hold on a second.
He used his robot functions to commit the murders.
Hold on a second.
Everyone's just ignoring him. Yeah, sure, with a little light, you can move around under the floor, but is that possible?
The culprit sneaked.
No, because his light is way the fuck too bright. Well, but it's no point to me shooting these. It doesn't offer anything. Yeah, he had a light. You mean candle?
Kibo flashlight.
Huh? Wait a second.
Okay.
Could have used that function under
Fuck!
the floor.
No? Sure, it's crammed on the floor, but enough. Wait.
Damn it! The culprit sneaked in during the seance by crawling under the floor.
But it was pitch black during the seance. How could they even see if they were under the floor?
How is that not
Because
the
it
answer?
wasn't dark under the floor. You see, our villain had
No? With the room dark as well as no one need a light. I want one need a light. You don't.
I was wrong.
I don't know where we're going with this.
the culprit sneaked
I'm
in
again
during
confused.
the seance by crawling under the floor.
But it was pitch black during the seance. How could they even see it?
Go into this. Blinding light from the
They
eyes.
were under the floor.
Loose floorboard. Yeah. The cage child's just that entire thing.
Because
Hole in the corner. Oh, you couldn't enter.
it wasn't dark under the floor. You see, our villain had a light.
I'm confused where we're going.
I mean,
What's this?
flashlight function.
I figured the answer would be it's way
Now,
too
hold
bright.
on
It
a
would have,
second.
like, lit up the
Use
room.
that function to get under the floor.
I don't know where we're going with this.
The culprit sneaked in during the seance by crawling under the floor.
I'm confused. Like, it's surely the thing is like it's too bright.
How could they even see if they were under the floor?
Because it wasn't. You see, our villain had a light.
Light? You mean
I mean, flashlight function.
Now hold on a second.
Could have used that function to get under the floor and sneak into the empty room during the seance.
I said hold on a second.
He used his robot
Turning
functions
that
to commit
into
the
a lie
murders.
says flashlight drawbacks. But that's not a lie. It's literally
The
too
culprit's-
bright, but and we all would have noticed.
Because it wasn't.
I am confused as hell.
Our villain had a light.
I don't. Okay. I'm gonna try the lie on this one.
Under the floor.
I'll reveal the truth.
But I'm not lying. But I'm not lying.
Mew, you gave Kibo his flashlight function, correct?
But I'm not lying. The light is literally too bright. There's a hole in the floorboard. If he turned it on under there, we would have seen the light come in from the side of the room. I'm not lying, though. I'm not lying. I don't understand what the right answer was for that. Because that was a back route thing. Because I got the trophy, so what's wrong with taking back streets? Probably because of the All-Star song. But I'm not lying, though. Okay, whatever.
Did you not notice?
I didn't notice what.
It's hard to believe that Kibo is the culprit in this case. It's even hard to believe that this trial isn't being manipulated by someone. So even if I have to lie, I need to defend
The
Kibo.
drawback of the flashlight function that you added. It's so bright, even Kibo can't see when it's turned on.
That's what we're going with? That's what we're going with. Not that it's so bright that the light would have shone into the room. This is stupid, and this is dumb. Okay.
I see. That bright, huh? Wait, what? There's no way a genius like me would make that kind of rookie mistake.
I figured it would have been, it was so fucking bright that he the light would have shone into the room because there was a hole in the corner of the room. So if a light that strong, which was very strong, was under the floorboards, it still would have shone up through there and the room wouldn't have been dark. That's what made sense to me, and that's what I was trying to go for, and now I'm lying that he couldn't see because it was too... I don't understand. I don't know what's going on. I'm officially confused as fuck as to what just happened. But whatever, let's keep rolling with it, I guess.
But you make mistakes a lot.
I'm confused as hell, but whatever.
Hey! If you're gonna fuck me in front of everyone, at least buy me dinner first!
If he can't see,
No
it
response
doesn't
from
matter
Gonta.
how bright the area is. He couldn't move like that.
This is a terrible lie, and it's not what I was going for at all, but whatever. It advanced the case, so I guess it counts.
Is that true, Kibo? Is what Shuichi said true?
He's just like, I don't know what the fuck you're going on about. Come on, Kibo, please play along. Kibo.
Well,
This was a terrible plan. It wasn't my plan.
I'm so sorry. I just don't remember. Really, I'm sorry.
Ah!
Ah, we get it already. Just turn it off. We're gonna go blind.
You don't remember? What does that even mean?
I don't know what's going on anymore.
Well, Shuichi, trying to make a fool out of me, huh? Let me put on some makeup, cause I want to at least look pretty before you decide to fuck me!
That's...
Shuichi will respond just be like, okay.
Shuichi,
I already have nude
I'm
photos
so
of
sorry.
you. Okay, we get it.
Wow, that is seriously bright.
We would have noticed it. Are we gonna get to the point I was trying to make?
Wouldn't the light have shined through the gaps of
Thank
the
you,
floorboard
Marky,
if it
for
had been
saving
this
us from
bright?
this dumbness that I accidentally caused. How did I accidentally do a back route in this game? How the fuck did that happen? How did I accidentally get a back route? Whatever.
The culprit couldn't have used a light under the floor. Not even...
Almost like that's what I was trying to say.
Oh, they couldn't have?
No, did you see how
We
bright
were
it was
there,
just there?
after all. We would know.
It was pitch black. Any amount of light coming from Kiba's flashlight through that floor, we would have noticed it.
There was a hole near the corner of the room we were in. Remember? If someone had a light under the floor, it would have
Considering
leaked
it was
through.
literally pitch black in the room, we would have noticed any amount of light. And that's a very bright light that's coming off of it.
But when we did the seance, I'm pretty sure the room was pitch black.
So it wouldn't have been Kibo.
That's right. We didn't see anything, so the culprit couldn't have used a light.
There we go.
And just because I have a built-in flashlight function does not mean I am the culprit.
Yeah.
I see. That was a flaw in my theory.
There we go.
Geez, here I thought this would be the case where the murder could only be done by a robot.
You have accused me of being the culprit more than once now, simply because I am a robot. My status as a robot does not mean I am capable of performing superhuman feats.
If anything, he's capable of less, as we've discovered.
My vision is somewhat poor, and I only possess average physical strength and intelligence.
All right, you made your point. God, now I feel sort of bad for you.
Like, honestly, you made me telling the truth there. I can't even tell.
I neither want nor need your pity.
Okay, we get it.
Enough with the flashlight. It's way
We
too bright.
get it, Kibo. Christ.
It would have been difficult to move around under the floor in that pitch black darkness.
Not impossible, but okay.
Maybe the floor and the hole have nothing to do with this case.
Well, not the murder. How the
Why
murder
was
happened.
floorboard under Tenko lined up funny?
Because a thing happens.
Going to think
You know
that
this
was some
giant sound
culprit
that went
stab someone from under floor.
during the case? Yeah, that might have something to do with it. That just kind of sounded like me sneezing a little bit. But with that the sound. Like sneezing in reverse or something. I don't know. Felt like I was sneezing.
Ooh, nice observation, Gonta. Are you finally getting used to the class trials?
Getting used to them sucks, though.
Uh-huh. Thank you.
That's not a good thing.
Don't say it like that. You're better off not being
Yeah.
used to this kind of stuff.
Thank you, Kaido.
Maybe they marked Tenko with glowing paint and looked for that.
God, everything you say is like the dumbest thing in the world.
That'd let the culprit find her. Then they could stab her through the floorboards.
God, like, I wish you were as dumb as Hero. So at least it would be like, I could remember how dumb you are. But it's like dumb enough that I'm surprised every time you say it, but not dumb enough for me to remember just how fucking stupid you are.
Boy, that sounds really familiar too. But I'm just gonna ignore it.
I don't know if the previous games are canon or not. I swear they're just trying to fuck with me.
The corpse didn't have any trace of glowing paint, though.
Oh, yeah. So then why was that floorboard?
It wasn't loose before the seance, but it was loose after.
The loose floorboard was the one under Tenko, right?
Yup.
If the culprit used it while she was still alive, she'd totally notice.
Who fucking cares? Fussing over that won't get us closer to the culprit!
Yes, it can.
We shouldn't dismiss this line of inquiry, however. Instead of butting our heads against this, how about we concentrate on another issue?
What other issue?
Perhaps first, we should figure out how and when exactly Tenko was killed.
When? So not during seance?
During seance. Alive at beginning, dead at end.
Tenko was in the metal cage for the whole seance, wasn't she? How could someone have gotten to her there?
Maybe the culprit killed her before she went under the metal
She was
cage.
very alive for that.
That's not possible. She was alive.
We literally heard her talk while she was under it. You mustn't speak. And then she spoke.
Yes. She was unmistakably alive when the seance began.
She ignored my
That was
instructions.
right before we blew out the candles. But when the light came back...
Dead Tenko.
The floorboard was removed at that point, so it's likely she was already dead then.
So she was killed when the room was dark?
But she was inside Cage, right? Going to think it impossible to kill her then.
Then she wasn't killed when the room was dark. It was a different time.
Can people who weren't at the seance not try and post theories about, like, how the seance worked and when things happened?
A different time?
Because it's not making sense whenever anyone does
How
it.
should I know? You figure it out, shitheads.
Because you're meant to be the gorgeous girl genius.
Huh? Since Gonta said it was impossible, I'm proposing an alternate theory.
Yeah, but okay.
Now hurry up and think!
Alright.
If you want to make my golden brain tingle, start circle jerking your limp dick brains!
It's one hell of a way to describe it. How about you think, instead of just shouting random bullshit all the time? No? Alright, Mew. Got it. Circle jerk your brains.
When Tenko got killed,
It's no bad ideas when you're
wasn't during the
circle
seance.
jerking your brains.
It could not have been done.
Marker,
at
I am
any
Cage,
time.
white sheet, dog statue. Okay.
She was under the cage the whole time. And she was dead when the cage was lifted.
What about moment Cage was lifted?
No.
like that.
Okay,
When
okay.
Cage lifted, culprit stabbed Tenko real fast. So fast, no one saw.
Nah, no.
Oh my!
Okay, okay.
So who lifted the cage?
It was me.
Nah. Alright, calm down,
Then
Mir.
obviously Himiko is the culprit.
There's no down!
Yeah, okay. Tenko not being killed during the seance? That might be impossible, but there's no
When
evidence
Tenko
for
got
it.
killed, it wasn't during the seance.
There's blood on the sheet that wasn't there beforehand.
She was under the cage the whole time. She was dead. It was lifted.
Yes.
Cage was lifted.
Sorry to do this to you, but there's blood on There's blood on the sheet.
wrong.
She was dead before the cage was lifted. Again, we're people who are not at the seance. Stop trying to guess how the seance
It
worked.
wasn't possible to kill her the moment the cage was lifted.
She was already dead, and that's why she wasn't talking. And also, she looks pretty dead, and there was also blood on the floor and on
Because
the
the
sheet.
inside of the white cloth had Tenko's blood on it. That cloth was removed before the cage was lifted. If Tenko was stabbed then, there wouldn't be blood on the cloth.
So she was definitely stabbed while under there.
But how could my golden brain be wrong when it felt so So right.
You had an orgasm over being wrong. I hope you're happy with yourself.
The only possibility is that Tenko was killed during the seance.
I got your remodel right here.
Mew! What are you doing? Okay.
No, it's still wrong to think that Tenko was killed during the seance.
Why?
What?
I'm gonna prove it right now. My golden brain is gonna go all out.
Okay. What is your plan other than shouting at me? Your plan is to shout at me. Got it. Okay. What are my swords? Iron cage, sickle under the floor.
Tenko died after the seance. It happened when the sheet was lifted.
No.
That was the moment the culprit chose to stab the fuck out of Tenko through the cage.
No.
He stuck the thin blade through the gaps of the cage, and that clean white sheet got stained blood red.
Pink, but whatever.
But the weapon was a sickle. Only the blade could have fit through the gaps.
The blade's all you need.
What?
If you stick the blade through a gap in the cage, it'd be long enough to reach Tenko.
No.
Sitting in there with her neck all exposed. She wasn't that far from the cage's gaps.
Yeah, she was.
In which case, the person who lifted the sheet is, and that's none other than Kyo.
Wait, okay. There has to be a whole Muse logic somewhere. I'll have to show. Okay.
The blade's all you need. If you stick the blade through a gap in the cage, it'd be long enough to reach Tenko. Sitting in there with her neck all exposed.
No. She's probably sitting. Okay. Sitting in the cage. Okay.
Damn it.
Okay, I'm not 100% sure what we're going with
The
here.
blade's all you need. If you stick the blade through a gap in the cage, it'd be long enough to reach Tenko. Sitting in there with her neck all exposed.
I'm gonna be. Okay, wait.
She wasn't that far from the cage's gaps. In which case, the person who lifted the sheet is, and that's none other than Kyo.
Okay. Again, I'm not sure where we're going with here. We're trying to disprove that her neck was exposed.
It'd be long enough to reach Tenko. Sitting in there with her neck all exposed.
No, okay, so it's not the iron cage. I'm just gonna mash through them because I forgot what I've done.
The blade's all you need. If you stick the blade through a gap in the cage, it'd be long enough to reach Tenko. Sitting in there with her neck all exposed.
Oh, sitting. Sorry. Okay. Mew doesn't know that she was crouching. That's what it is. Okay, no. Okay.
If you stick the blade through a gap in the cage,
that's where I'm. Okay, now this makes sense. Okay, I was really confused. Like, wait, what are you trying to go with here? No, it's the fact that she doesn't know that Tenko was crouching on the ground instead of sitting. Again, can people who are not at the seance stop assuming how it worked? God damn it.
Wait just a minute. Tenko wasn't sitting down inside the cage.
No, that actually made sense. I wasn't understanding that. Oh yeah, she's saying sitting. Okay. She was crouching.
She was bent over with her forehead against the marker stone. And the cage itself was about 3 feet tall. The sickle's blade was too short to reach Tenko while she was in that position.
So if we just like confirmed that it was the
I
sickle?
messed up again? How could this happen? I am so embarrassed.
No worries, Mew. Everyone already knows you're an embarrassment to the human race.
Ouch.
Yeah, no worries.
Gonta, what the hell?
How embarrassing!
If Shuichi is right, then it's impossible for Tenko to have been killed through the cage.
She couldn't have been killed during the seance since she was in the cage, right?
It was during the seance.
If she was killed then, the cloth over the cage would have been pierced.
Not during the seance or from below the floor. Then it's impossible, isn't it?
Yeah, for a living person.
Kakashi, we're not doing this.
Huh?
What if Angie's spirit killed Tenko?
We're not doing the.
What are you talking about? That's not possible.
We don't know that. Some things are impossible for a human, but not for a spirit.
You're saying this is a spirit battle?
Don't say stupid stuff like that. Screw spirits.
Stop that now.
Angie's spirit killed Tenko? Why?
No.
Himiko?
Why would Angie's spirit kill Tenko?
That doesn't make sense.
What if Tenko killed Angie, and then Angie's spirit came back for revenge?
Like I said, that's impossible! Spirits can't be cold.
It's not what happens. We are getting incredibly sidetracked during this. So
Then
much.
explain how the culprit killed Tenko under these impossible circumstances.
I don't know, by not just ruling out everything as impossible, by saying one thing was impossible so all other possibilities weren't.
Well,
That maybe.
See? You can't explain, can you? Only a spirit could have done that.
wait! I know! What if the culprit was hiding inside the cage?
Alright, let's go for another dumb theory then, sure.
If they were in there, they could have stabbed Tenko during the seance.
Okay, I'm gonna get a giant fuck off billboard that just says in giant fuck off letters, people who were not at the seance, stop assuming you know how the seance went. You're all stupid. Christ.
No. If there was someone else in the cage, we would have noticed.
I agree with Kaito. The culprit could have been inside the cage.
People who were not at the seance, stop assuming they know how the seance worked. Christ, we are up to almost everyone who wasn't there at this point throwing out some kind of theory. Oh my god, okay. Oh my god.
Nonsense. There was no space in the cage for the culprit to hide.
I mean, they literally could have fit in there, but we very clearly saw they weren't in there.
Maybe the culprit wouldn't need to hide in the first place.
Tenko killed herself.
What?
Also, the culprit could have killed her in the cage at any time. I think you know what I'm getting at, right?
The they she's referring to. I can't tell if she's talking about Tenko or not. She's trying to claim that Tenko committed suicide.
I believe Maki is referring to Tenko herself.
What did you say?
People who were not at the seance, stop assuming they know how it worked. The sickle was under the floor. How the fuck would she get it under there after being killed? Unless you're trying to say that she moved the floorboard, killed herself, and let it drop down there. Like, and I don't know if it was under the floorboard where we found the sickle or in the corner of the room.
Are you saying Tenko is the culprit?
She committed suicide.
Can we have someone who was actually at the seance suggest the theory that wasn't a spirit did it?
Suicide?
If she committed suicide, it would explain a lot of things we couldn't figure out.
Or you could think about other things for more than 2 seconds and see if that makes sense as well.
She volunteered to be in the cage and then stabbed herself during the seance. It wouldn't matter how dark the room was.
But the sickle she was stabbed with was under the floor, right? If Tenko had stabbed herself, wouldn't the sickle still be inside the cage?
Oh my god. Mew actually said something smart.
I mean, there was a gap in the floorboard where Tenko was.
Perhaps that explains why the floorboard was removed. After stabbing herself with the sickle, she threw it underneath the floor.
And, like, bled out?
So she took off the floorboard to get rid of the sickle?
Yes, that makes sense to Gonta.
So it's clearly wrong. Sorry, Gunter.
Well, it doesn't make sense to me.
Did you not hear, like, everything that Tenko was saying to Himiko before she died? Oh, right, you didn't, because you weren't at the seance! Shut up and let people who are there say shit. For fucking Christ.
There's no reason for Tenko to commit
God
suicide.
damn, they're all stupid. They're all stupid fuckers.
Maybe I wasn't too far off with the theory I had earlier. You know, about Tenko killing Angie.
Okay, again, someone who was there suggesting theories who isn't suggesting dumb shit like a Kichi. God damn it.
Because Tenko and Angie were fighting for your attention, right?
So she was jealous? Hey Angie, when did you brainwash Himiko?
Tenko's pent-up frustration led her to commit such an atrocity. Her conscience couldn't handle it anymore, so she decided to end her own life.
And hide how she did it? Unless the idea is she didn't want people to know that she committed suicide. And then to let everyone die as a result of it, that doesn't sound like Tenko at all. Also, Tenko killing herself doesn't sound like Tenko at all.
What?
But if she was gonna kill herself, why do it during the seance?
She wanted to hide the truth of her suicide.
Really? Why?
There could only be one reason to hide it in a killing game, right? It's to take us down with her.
Yeah, it's not Tenko.
Take us down?
She wanted us to pick the wrong answer during the class trial, so she could bring us all down. She wanted us to die with her.
No, not even close.
Okay, well, she probably just wanted Himiko to die with her, but still.
But what are you saying? Tenko wasn't like that.
Not even remotely.
She told me.
Keep your chin up and live life facing forward. Survive with me and everyone else.
What if all of that was just a lie?
Tenko's bad at lying.
A lie?
Wait, we should believe Tenko's last words.
Well, her last words were, "I'll stay silent until after the seance." Which I guess is technically true.
The true terror of class trials is that you shouldn't believe everything said.
Himiko, you said that Tenko would never do anything like that. But how can you be so sure? Did you guys actually know each other?
Why are you trying to be so mean to Himiko?
People keep all sorts of secrets. Like Maki. She hid the fact that she's a cold-blooded killer. Is it wise of us to trust other people wholeheartedly in this kind of situation?
I mean, Tenko was someone who said, "I believe in Himiko. If I can't believe in that, I'd rather just die." I feel like that would be enough reason for Himiko to turn around and believe Tenko.
Jeez, you're such a naive dude.
Naive?
We're all just people, you know? Of course we're gonna have some secrets. What matters is whether there's any malice behind them.
People can lie about how malicious their hidden secrets really are.
Yeah.
Well, duh. It's impossible to know for sure what others are thinking. That's why it all comes down to whether or not you believe in yourself.
Yeah, Kamina!
If you get betrayed, it's not their fault. It's your fault for believing in them. That's why I believed in Maki Roll, because I wanted to believe in her.
Don't call me Makiro.
Just because you're acting all cool doesn't mean you get to skip training.
Hey, come on. Don't you think you're being a little too strict?
It was your training!
Well, we come from different backgrounds. So for now, let's agree to disagree.
I'm curious what you mean by backgrounds, whether that's a lie or whether that's a slight hint into your past and why you're like this, but whatever. For now, let's talk about other
No one's
stuff.
ever called me naive before. And from Kaito? Seriously?
Yep. He seems to be actually not hurt or offended, but pissed. Like, how fucking dare you?
Whether or not I believe, my heart can't reach Miko anymore. But I want to believe in her.
She believes in me.
She wouldn't commit suicide. She wouldn't try to take us down. That's what I want to believe.
Me too. Gonta no can believe Tenko commits suicide.
But if Tenko did commit suicide, that would answer all of our questions.
It really wouldn't.
If you insist we believe in Tenko, then provide a reason to do so.
A proper reason.
All right, I'll give you a reason.
There we go, Shuichi's just like, fucking fine.
Is there a reason?
Yes, probably.
Yes, there is. Will you trust me, Maki? If it turns out I'm wrong, you can blame me all you like. But for now, I need you to trust in my detective work.
Stuff that you don't trust in, but it's fine. I don't believe Tenko would kill herself because of what she said. Okay, everyone, I'll see you guys after the seance. Yeah, that was her last word. She said, see you guys after. I doubt she had a sudden change of heart. Just because we don't know how she was killed doesn't mean it was suicide. And we shouldn't be satisfied with that. And if we keep thinking, we'll find the truth. And that means we have to believe in Tenko. I'll make them all believe. Alright, let's go. I'm not sure where we're going to go with this outside of she couldn't have killed herself because the evidence shows that she couldn't have.
So far, suicide seems to be the best.
What's the exact thing that's saying her death here? I'm doing the wrong button. There we go. Yeah, stab in the back of the neck, resulting in death.
Explanation.
Her plan was to take
Okay,
us down
child.
with her.
Tenko's last moments.
So
What's Tenko's last moments? Tenko, the back her was deep, but not enough to kill her immediately.
Hid her true intentions.
Tenko's not that kind of person! But if Tenko did commit suicide, it would explain how she died during the seance.
And what else? We got a hole in
She
the corner.
could have secretly brought the sickle. And then stabbed herself with it.
Oh, Jay, look at the words. That's
Finally,
awesome.
with the last of her strength, she
Fuck.
all the pieces fit.
No. They're latching onto the easiest answer. I need to make them think suicide wouldn't work. Okay.
Her plan was to
Marky, you fucked over everyone with this line of thinking. Boom. The wound was deep, and she wouldn't have had energy to move a floorboard. Ugh. No? Okay. She would have been able to throw it away in time, no? Unless her death was instant. I mean, I could lie again.
Suicide's the best
I
explanation.
could lie again.
Her plan was to
Fuck it, let's lie again, shall we? This thing says she didn't die instantly, but what if I just lied again?
He brought
This time I'm actually trying to do a background.
and then stabbed
Last
Boom! Lying again! Yeah! Alright, I was gonna keep lying. Fuck it, it's working
Tenko
for me
couldn't
so
have thrown
far.
the sickle under the floor because she died instantly.
Instantly? Marky's just like, I kill people, I know you're fucking lying. Her death might not have been instant, but she couldn't have gone far before she bled out.
I'm
Marky
certain
knows how much I'm
My
lying.
investigation determined that she
Trust
died
in my
instantly.
detective work. Immediately lies to Marky's face. I don't know if this is gonna go so well for you, dude.
What's your opinion, Maki? I'd like to hear from someone who specializes in murder.
Murder.
Maki,
Marky.
You're right. I completely forgot about that important detail.
That's a weird way of saying it to make it clear that I'm lying.
Tenko died instantly.
You were the one who suggested suicide, and now you're just trusting. It's just like, it wasn't that.
What?
As an assassin, I specialize in killing my targets swiftly. I have no doubt that Tenko was killed immediately.
Words of a true killer. Pretty sure we can believe everything she
So
said.
Kikichi knows full well that I'm lying. I don't like this. Thank you, Marky.
How could you forget that, Maki Roll? You better apologize to Shuichi.
I was caught up with it answering all the other questions.
Excuse me?
it's okay, Kaito, really. No apology necessary.
I'm putting Marky in a weird position here. If she didn't say I forgot, it would have been fine.
Anyway, Tenko died so suddenly that she couldn't have gotten rid of the sickle.
We're lying a lot in this.
The theory that she killed herself just doesn't fit, correct?
I don't know what the actual route was meant to be there, but hey, that's what I'm going with. Unless that wasn't a back route and lying was meant to be what you do there.
Thank goodness, Himiko.
We'll find out at the end when it tells me how many back routes I got.
which means someone definitely killed Tenko during the seance.
Yes, now can we get back to people who are at the seance actually giving theories and suggestions to this?
Her suicide was considered because we could not determine how she was killed.
Well, then let's actually think about it more then, instead of giving up.
There must have been a way. We're gonna figure it out.
Did any of the participants witness anything peculiar during the
I
seance?
heard a... So, I mean, there was that.
If you know
Again,
something, please
kind of
speak
sounds like
up.
me sneezing and
It
just
could be
changing it
the
up a
key
little
to
bit.
solving this mystery.
Not a bad idea. We should remember what happened at the seance. Let me try to remember. I'm sure there's something there. I need some kind of clue that'll help me solve this mystery. Katong! Non-stop debate. Do we have a piece of evidence that has Katong in it? Sound during seance. Immediately
Did
right
anything
there.
seem out of the ordinary during the
Yes.
seance?
There is something that bothers me.
Why it didn't work?
But the seance failed.
Yep, Yoda's talking about this
The
again.
ritual was perfect, and yet it failed. How utterly strange.
Because she was
Now
dead
that I
part of
think
it.
about while we were all singing the song,
Oh, you're gonna talk about it as well?
I heard something fall.
Yay! I'm just gonna immediately agree with you. I'm not even gonna listen to the rest of it. Yay! Consent. Yeah. Yay! I'm gonna listen to the rest of it. That was an easy one.
Himiko, you think that something fell because of that sound you heard, right?
Yeah, I heard it too. It was loud as fuck. See, it was really fucking loud. Soup's loud.
It sounded like something heavy fell down and hit the floor really hard. What could have fallen down?
Fallen down? There wasn't anything on the ceiling that could have fallen down, right?
What if it didn't fall though?
Am I wrong? I thought something fell, but
The sound was pretty loud. It did seem like something hit the floorboards.
Again, people at the seance know this happens. So it's like, oh, something hit a floorboard during the seance. A loud sound, like something hitting the floorboards. Maybe that sound had something to do with the other thing that happened in the dark. Yeah, so skip hustle, the Angie death stuff. Gonna this all in the corner, hot dog statue, white sheep, Mark Stone, loose floorboard. Loose floorboard? Who's going with this?
This is it!
Yeah. Something hit the floorboard and a loose floorboard.
I think the floorboard coming off
Detective
had
work
something to do with that sound.
in action.
That floorboard came loose at some point during the seance, right?
Yup.
could the floorboard have made such a loud sound though?
It was the sound of an intense impact.
If the impact was that intense, then it could have loosened
I like
the
how
floor.
after the sounds, no one was just like, maybe it didn't work because of the sounds. I mean, there was a depth there, so I can understand. There would have been there would have had to been a strong impact to make that sound. But what was it? What could it possibly be?
All right, then, let's go with that. We all gotta put our heads together now.
It's fine. I only noticed a spelling error. It's fine. It's okay. It's okay. It's Japanese. You can't expect to get the like 4 million words in this all perfect, especially when it's one letter
So
off.
what made the floorboard come loose?
Sounds,
Judging
magic
from the
circle,
sound,
cross
there must
base,
have been considerable force.
Someone who participated in the seance. Maybe that person tore off the floorboard.
That wouldn't make such a loud crashing sound.
BAM!
Maybe the wooden statue fell over.
I mean, no, it was still
But
on there.
that statue was still on top of the cage.
You weren't there. How do you know?
Hide under floor. Then stood up with such might.
We already said there was no one under the floor.
Someone must have stomped through the floorboard.
Wait,
All
okay,
that
okay.
When you step on it is dangerous. God, it's like I'm the only one here who's staying on the ball.
You hardly have any experience with balls to say that, Mew.
Oh, ouch.
Don't be stupid. Don't you know me and Balls are the best of friends?
Why are you so proud of that? All right. Hey, we're actually going to consent with Kikichi for this.
Considerable force.
Someone who participated in the seance.
I'm just killing time that I don't need to be killing. Seriously, how dynamic the words are in this game is awesome. I can't remember if the words were this dynamic in the previous one, but like the way that the words stretch and like match what they're saying and go around full screen. Okay. Boom! Fuck, seriously? God damn it! No! Oh, damn it! Damn it! How did I miss? Shit. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Me and Balls are the best of friends. There have been a bunch of people in comments who have been talking about the theory that Mew's actually a virgin and doesn't sleep with anyone for it, and I'm just like, I can understand that to some point, to some extent. I'm on the opinion of she is a slut and has slept with people. My theory is that she hasn't slept with as many people as what she claims.
Stop the floorboard.
Like, my theory is that she has slept with like 1, 2, or 3 people, like hardly anyone, and she's been rejected a lot. But she plays it off as she slept with anyone she's ever tried.
Because someone stomped on it.
The fact, like, her having slept with no one doesn't explain certain aspects of like the way that she is. So I'm of that opinion that she slept with people, but nowhere near as many as she wish she has. So
The floorboards fit perfect. Going to make sure first time we go to empty room.
yes,
When we
but
first saw the room, yes. But when I looked again during the investigation,
shit was changed and shit was fucked.
one of the cross pieces supporting the floorboards was cut off. After examining the cut, I concluded that it must have been done deliberately.
Because it was like a perfect thing.
Someone? You mean the culprit, right? Why'd they do that?
To step on it.
What did the culprit stand to gain by cutting the cross?
Being able to step on it and move it. What do they stand to gain? That's the question. To solve this case, I need to think carefully about the crosspiece and the floorboard. Tenko's body was at one end of the loose floorboard, and at the other end had been cut off. The unsupported part was outside the cage, so it could have been stomped on. Yes. Only the crosspiece was cut. The other two were intact. One of them was right under Tenko, and the other was in the center, right about where the edge of the cage was. We've gone full-on diagrams for this. What was the culprit attempting to achieve by stomping on the floorboard? Come on, think! Hangman's Gambit! Okay, I'm not even sure. What fucking word are we going with here? Wait, what happened when the loose floorboard was stepped on? What do you mean? It went up! What word am I looking for that's this? What happens when the loose floorboard was stepped on? What letters have we got? Seesaw. Seesaw. I can see the letters enough to say. Maybe seesaw. Okay. Yeah, seesaw. Okay, that makes sense. Seesaw. How's there a second word? What the fuck's the second word? What the fuck's the second word? Okay, I see an E that I didn't use. E, C, F, fucking word is this? What fucking word are we going for? I'm so confused. What word is this? What the fuck? What the fuck word am I going for here? I don't understand. E, F, C. Effect! Effect! Seesaw effect. Yes, okay. I forget what the C was. There's one. And then one of these is a T. That one! There we go. Fucking bizarre way of describing that. Alright, okay. Is this just how Hangman's Gambit is in this game? The word that you use for Hangman's Gambit is just a fucking bizarre word every time. We've gone from ropeway to seesaw effect. What the fuck? Okay, okay, okay. I don't understand. What? They made Hangman's Gambit, like, not as bad to control, but they made the words for it fucking bizarre. That was their plan.
Seesaw?
You step on one end, the other end goes up. Like that game in Rhythm Heaven. One of my favorite ones in that game.
At one end of the floorboard had been cut off. The other two
Fucking
crosspieces
bizarre way
holding
of
up
saying
board
that. Like
were
rope
close
way.
to the
It's just a
cage.
weird way of saying it.
Meaning, if you were to apply force to the end of the floorboard with no crosspiece,
It would have a seesaw effect. Just say it would push up the other ends.
the next crosspiece would act as a fulcrum to turn the floorboard into a lever.
Okay, so we're gonna describe things in weird ways by saying seesaw effect instead of just saying seesaw or push up the other ends. But we'll use the word fulcrum. Yeah, that makes
A
sense.
lever
Okay.
capable of lifting up Tenko's entire
Okay,
body.
sure. Okay. Fulcrum would have been easier to say than fucking seesaw effect. Christ.
Yeah, that sounds like a seesaw, all right. But why bother lifting Tenko's body?
Well, there was blood on the cage and the sheet.
They couldn't have killed Tenko like that. Unless they used the sickle.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly it. Using the seesaw trick, it was possible to kill Tenko with a sickle.
Huh? How?
In order for the culprit to kill Tenko with a seesaw trick, the placement of the sickle is the most important factor.
Between the sheet and the cage. Almost like it was Lysanderoth who did it, like I've been saying the entire time. The floorboard seesaw, the cage, and the blood on the white fabric. What conclusion can I draw from this? That Lysanderoth is a fucking murderer, to absolutely no one's surprise from the start of the game, honestly. There's only one place the sickle could have been that's consistent with the evidence. But, on top of the cage.
That's it!
There we go! Yeah!
The sickle was at the top of the iron cage, with the blade facing down.
Right there.
The reason we didn't see it was because of the fabric covering the cage. Also, the wooden statue kept the blade in place.
And meant that the cage didn't move when the body was shoved into it,
It's
too.
true that the sickle's handle was thick, which made the statue wobble. But the statue's weight kept it from falling over.
It was very fucking heavy. 175 pounds, was it?
Once everything was in place, if you stepped hard enough on the seesaw, Tenko's body would have shot upward and hit the blade on the top of the cage.
Yeah.
She was
You gotta
bent
show it to
over,
us like that?
meaning
Okay.
the sickle's blade would have connected with her neck.
The 6-inch sickle blade wasn't long enough to stab Tenko in her crouched position. But with the floorboard acting as a seesaw, it could compensate for the blade's length.
And hide it. a
Bringing
lot.
the victim to the sickle, rather than bringing the sickle to the victim.
And it would have been, like, stepping on it, how fast her body would have gone up. Yeah.
That's definitely an unorthodox idea.
That sound that we heard during the thing was Tenko dying.
It's crazy, but it would explain how Tenko got stabbed while she was in the cage.
So the sound we heard was the culprit stomping on the floorboard.
Uh-huh.
That impact make floorboard come loose.
Couldn't really put it back.
Looks like we got ourselves a good old-fashioned seesaw homicide.
Oh, good old-fashioned? The fuck you... Okay.
Wait, what the hell's a seesaw homicide? That's fucking crazy!
It's a ridiculous plan.
The craziness is what really makes the killing game fun, you know? They can't get away with murder the normal way, so they gotta think outside the box.
Oh. See, you say that, but I don't know about that. Because all the outside-the-box things leave behind a billion pieces of evidence. Just fucking walk up behind someone when no one else is around, stab them in the back of the neck, and walk the fuck away. Throw the weapon as far away as possible where it's not even remotely close to the scene. Just do that.
Kudos, culprit! You did a great job.
We don't
keeping
have
me
a
entertained.
forensics lab to test DNA or shoe prints or anything like that. So it's fucking fine. We have like an hour or two to investigate it. Not
Indeed.
fucking like
Well played,
2 whole
Himiko.
days plus.
Yeah?
It was you, wasn't it? The one behind the seesaw homicide.
Why her?
Because she's the only one capable of carrying out this plan.
Yeah, because it was totally her who suggested the seance and put the sheet on there and like set it up and made sure it was done exactly the way it was done. That was her who did all of that.
The only one? Why's that?
Because this seesaw homicide required its location to be prepared beforehand.
Oh,
By
long
cutting the
time
crosspiece beneath the floorboard, you mean?
Then the culprit would need to lure their victim into the prepared room. That is why you chose that room for the seance. Is it not, Himiko?
Alright, Kakichi, come out with your fake death and solve this for us. There are 3 empty rooms. Which one shall we use? The middle one.
Oh yeah! Himiko was the one who chose the site for the seance!
And there it is again.
She likely found out about my plans for the seance somehow.
Because you wouldn't shut the fuck up about the caged child thing.
You were quite vocal about the seance, Kyo. You even had instructions for it in your lab.
Our
Oh my
culprit,
god, this fucking
Himiko,
picture.
prepared her seesaw trap ahead of time.
This fucking picture, oh my god.
Then she waited for me to host the seance and suggested the middle room. She led us all into holding the seance right where she wanted it.
Two things, though.
Then she killed Tenko.
The crossface in the other one, and also,
All
she
according to
suggested to be the person who went in to start with.
That's a lie, right? Himiko did such a thing?
In the end, Himiko, who Tenko cherished and loved, tragically killed her.
Nope.
Wait, we don't know
Kikichi, you
right?
know that's not right.
He's wrong, right, Himiko? Himiko would never kill Tenko, right?
Kill Tinko?
No.
I killed Tinko?
You're now questioning him.
Himiko?
What's wrong, Himiko?
I can't tell what you're gonna do here. It's true that using the middle room was Himiko's idea, but does that really mean Himiko really killed Tenko? Would something like that really happen? Something so cruel? Oh wow, the intermission's here. We haven't even gotten back to Angie's yet. Christ. Wow, okay. Alright, well, as per the usual, I gotta cut it here because of, just these videos. Like this part has already desynced like a second, just this first hour also. I think I know of a way to fix it, but still, because yay for really long recording sessions. And welcome back.
Well now.
We've reached the intermission segment, which means it's time for our Guess the Victim quiz. What? A victim?
A victim quiz, not a culprit quiz?
The only victims are the people who are still watching this drawn out, boring crap.
Why are you being such a downer all of a sudden?
It's okay.
It is okay. I am sure everyone is happy. How do you know? They could be skipping this entire conversation, but I can't take it. I can take it. I'm the real victim.
Why are you getting it? If anything, I'm the real victim. I gotta put up with all the...
Absolutely.
That's the right answer, Monodam.
Why? He hasn't said anything.
Hey,
Exactly, because there are no victims. Yep, even if you're killed in this killing game, you're a winner. Because then everyone mourns you, and you get tons of posthumous popularity.
Oh, Daddy, you don't need to reveal these kind of behind-the-scenes details.
all right.
Dying makes you more popular, then we gotta die soon, too. Not the people who die at the beginning, though. No one cares or remembers Leon. The only thing that people remember Leon for is being unrememberable and no one cares about him. I'm not even sure if I did his free time events in the first game. I'm pretty sure I did. I don't remember a single thing about any of them. Because no one cares. I like the idea that we all went out for lunch and came back.
This
is
But in my impression of a spooky, scary ghost.
I'm fine with real ghosts, but impressions of them are too scary.
Logic
Does not compute. Did you hear something?
No, I didn't hear anything.
There's been such
You
dicks.
know what else
What's
is
this scary? Sweet buns. Yep. Tasty sweet buns. I'm getting my voices mixed up a lot.
So
Round, so sweet, so delicious.
That doesn't
That sounds scary at all.
I'm scared,
Scared too. Scared of losing my friends. Did you hear something?
No, I didn't hear anything.
Poor Monodam. Yep, that was a thing that happened that no one paid any mind to at all. Like in the first game, like Monokuma was at least involved with us. In the second one, kind of a little bit. Still with Monomi. And in this one, everything that happens with them is like completely separate to the rest of the game, and it like has no relation at all. It's like a fucking B plot now.
Answer us, Himiko.
Yeah, did you kill Tenko? I mean, you didn't, but did you?
You chose the middle room to lure us into your trap, did you not?
Takechi, I need you to fake your death and show everyone why it's bullshit.
You used
This
that
line of
trap
questioning,
to kill
not your
Tenko,
fake
yes?
death, which is also still bullshit.
Well, Donkey Lips, did you kill that twat?
Vagina jokes!
Wait, must be some mistake. No way Himiko is culprit.
Takechi, I need your help.
Then she needs to defend herself. Otherwise, this debate is deadlocked.
What if other people defend people like I constantly do?
I don't care if you gotta use magic to do it, but say something already.
Are you even listening?
Probably not.
No, I'm not listening.
I mean, you listened enough to answer the question. What?
I don't care anymore. I'm too tired.
You're now actively going against Tenko's last wishes for you.
Angie died. Tenko died. Why did I have to survive?
It probably is frustrating for her because she knows that she originally offered to go in and do the cage sharp thing, and then Tenko took her place. And if that Tenko didn't do that, Tenko would still be alive.
And now, you're all saying I killed them? I just don't care anymore.
Himiko.
Do whatever. If you want to vote for me, then just go ahead.
The game gets really blah if the suspect isn't into it.
Kichi, then help! You know why it's bullshit.
Damn it. Don't tell me you've given up.
Himiko, don't give up.
Think of Tenko's last words.
Don't you understand? My life is riding on the outcome of this trial!
All of ours.
Just shut up. I told you, I'm too tired. It's all just a big pain. I can't put up with it anymore.
What are you talking about? If you give up here...
You needn't worry. Himiko was the one who chose that room. Therefore, she is unmistakably the culprit.
Okay, but she isn't though.
Impossible! Himiko would never kill Tenko! Himiko not that kind of person. Gonta can tell by Himiko's face.
I mean, that's...
Himiko's a little slow, so I don't think she's capable of handling a complicated crime.
Fucking ouch! I don't think she has, like, any mental difficulties or anything like that you're trying to imply. I think she's literally just too tired to bother with anything. She's lazy. It's different.
I also think Himiko's not the culprit. Somehow.
Either way, we gotta look for more possibilities.
Kikichi, hurry up! Or Shuichi, just say what Kikichi found out.
That does seem like rather a pointless quest.
No, it's not. We gotta be strong. Gotta keep thinking. Then we might find new
There's still
truth.
things to explore. And it's only because Kikichi almost fucking died that we know.
So no give up, Himiko.
Like, if it wasn't for Kikichi almost dying, we would be actually fucked here. Himiko, I know how you feel. I felt the same way after Coyote died. But then Kaido punched me in the face. But we can't give up. We survived. We can't give up. For the sake of everyone who died. Think of Tenko's last words to you again. It helped you before. Hopefully it helps you now. Sending sounds on the corner.
In that room.
Bloody Kikichi,
Was
there it
Himiko's
is.
Decision, was it not?
Yes.
What if someone steered her into picking that room?
No, that actually didn't happen.
Of the 3 empty rooms.
3 rooms. Say that appears. Because it works best for this kind of thing.
Trapped there.
Was Trap only in that room?
There it is.
Other rooms may be trapped too.
Yeah. I'm gonna listen to what everyone else has to say,
Even
but
if
that's
Himiko
it.
picked the room, someone else could have set that trap.
Your opinions are empty words.
And ... Alright. Gobra's plan was to make Himiko a suspect. They might have persuaded her to choose that room somehow. But what? That's not what happened, though. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Come on, Gonta!
Other rooms may be trapped.
Gonta! Gonta with the fucking genius idea! Thank you, Gunter. Yeah.
It's just like Gunter said. Each room was the same. They were all trapped.
All of them were.
What? Is that true?
You sure were.
Kokichi will tell you.
He almost died for it. Kokichi.
Way too careless. Wait, what are you talking about?
Yeah, you know, are you okay, by the way? Like, this happened not long ago. There was no cross space that I stepped through. What bad luck.
While you were in the room next to the crime scene, you found a loose floorboard, right?
I don't know if found's the definition we're going for considering he fell, but...
Well, I didn't find it so much as I stepped through it and tripped.
Hold on! There was also a loose floorboard in the next room?
Sure was.
So the culprit prepared a trap in all 3 empty rooms, not just the middle one.
Ta-da!
If the culprit set traps in all the rooms, then they wouldn't need to select a room themselves.
And could ask someone else to do it.
So the real trap was for someone else to pick a room and take the blame.
And if it wasn't for Kokichi, we wouldn't have been able to confirm the other rooms were traps. Thank you, Kokichi. You've actually been a lot of help during a lot of this case. Like, the entire chapter, you've been pretty goddamn good for us here, actually. Outside of, like, giving me a fucking emotional heart attack, but that's fine.
All along.
Especially you!
Yeah, sure.
But now there's no reason to suspect Himiko, right?
Well, I mean, it means that there's other suspects.
Himiko, do you remember what Tenko told you?
Never give up, never surrender. Keep your chin up and live life facing forward. Survive with me and everyone else. Get mad, get angry, get upset. Please.
Live life facing forward. She said that to you, right? If you give up on living, you'd be betraying her memory.
That's why I'm still doing what I'm doing. Because I don't want to betray Kaede's memory of fulfilling her wish to get everyone out of here. Which I've already betrayed because other people have died, but it's
Trying
fine.
to keep our promises to the dead.
I don't know what we promised those two, but it's fine.
This trial, it's not just for our lives. It's for everyone who's died as well. That's why we can't give up. This is our responsibility. We live on.
Come on, Himiko.
You're right. Yeah, that's right.
Come on, Himiko.
If I gave up here, I wouldn't be able to face Angie or Tenko.
Come on, Himiko. It's only required you going through emotional trauma through 2 cases in a row. One of them being the worst it could be. But maybe you'll finally get some character arc development.
That's right. So let's do our best.
Yeah!
I'm not gonna say it's a pain anymore.
Yay!
I won't give up. I'll fight alongside everyone and survive.
Yay! Yay,
Do not say
Himiko!
everyone. After all, the Blackened is still among us.
Well...
Hey, there you go. Killing the mood like usual. But damn, well said, Shuichi. That's what I'd expect from my soul, bro.
That fucking I learned from you, buddy. It's what you did for me.
Soul, bro?
Soul, bro. Soulmates. Kaido's Gator. Never mind, I call him
Anyway,
Disaster Straight Nose
Do you
Gator.
think the Blackened this time has some sort of superpower?
What?
What are you talking about?
What's happening?
Well, as a self-proclaimed expert of stepping through floorboards... Isn't it weird that no one stepped through that floorboard before the culprit used it?
Self-proclaimed expert of stepping through floorboards.
That is a good point.
Yeah, keep playing along like you're thinking other people are talking like they're really clever and we're finally getting closer to it. Because it's you!
Well, that's one possibility.
Like, he's very clearly
But I
trying
think it
to
might have been
control the
something
conversation as much as he can to steer people away from stuff that'll actually find him out. But when they do get there, he's just like, ah, yes, that's what they did, and he agrees with them. And sometimes says things where it's just like, so that's what they've done. To make people not suspicious of him. But it's totally him. Again, like, I'm fine saying that he killed Tenko because it's blatantly obvious. Why did no one step on the floorboard until it was used for the murder? That's it. That must be the reason. The salt thing! We're either going for... Where is it? Marker stone, iron cage. Magic circle there. Yeah.
This is it! It's because of the magic circle at the scene of the crime.
No one steps through it at any point. We had to make sure not to disturb it. It's dark in here, so be sure to watch your step. The magic circle is broken. Not only will the seance fail, but will be cursed. That's what I mean by how blatantly obvious it was him that did it.
We were warned not to step on the circle. The floorboard in question was within the circle. That's why no one stepped on it.
See? Fine.
So the magic circle's purpose was to keep us away from the whole trick.
Yeah, there was no actual seance at any point ever.
That was part of the culprit's plans too?
Yeah, because it wasn't a seance, it was only a murder thing. That's right, if that's the case, then the culprit, there's no doubt in my mind, they're the one who killed Tenko. Only one person had the opportunity and the motive. Why, Sandra! It was you the whole time! You were behind all of this! Yes, it was I!
You!
My machinations were undetected!
Kyo.
For I am a
Was it
master
you?
of deception!
Whatever are you talking about?
You fucking murdered Tenko, you fucking creepy weirdo! That's what I'm talking about.
Tenko's murder.
Kyo?
Yes!
Why do you suspect me?
Because of the everything!
Because you were the one who drew the magic circle. The circle kept us from discovering the seesaw trick. But that's not all it was for. In order to make the murder succeed, variables like Tenko's position and the placement of the cage needed to be defined.
Almost like the person who set it up did it.
And those variables were defined by using the magic circle. In short, the circle itself was the most important tool in this murder. Knowing that, the person who drew the magic circle has to be the culprit.
Ta-da!
Well, Kyo,
Answer already! Did you do it?
So the thing is, he could totally say, yeah, I did it, but Tenko's death doesn't matter, and I'm not gonna be the Blackened, so who fucking cares? Yeah, is this where you're gonna just admit it, because it doesn't even matter? You're totally just gonna admit it, because it actually doesn't matter, are you?
What is so funny?
I was just thinking. So this is how each Blackened must have felt. What an intriguing experience this is.
What? An intriguing experience?
But if I am the culprit as you claim, then I stomped on the floorboard, yes?
Yes.
So, do tell. How could I have stomped on the floorboard during that darkened seance?
Because you knew where it was. Because you drew the magic circle, so you knew where you had to step on it. Compared to the circle.
I
Duh!
see. That is problem.
Unless that is made clear, you cannot be certain I am the culprit.
I was really wondering if you're just going to admit it, because it actually doesn't matter, because you're not even the Blackened, because of killing Tenko. Like, I was wondering if that's where we're actually going to go.
You're backed into a corner like this.
Because it doesn't matter.
I will explain that in due time.
Yeah, exactly.
Please answer my question first.
The culprit stepped on that exact floorboard, even in the darkness. Ah, shit, I almost knocked over my drink. It's fine. It's fine. It's not at all that my hands are incredibly slippery and the glass is like all this water on the side of it, so it's incredibly slippery when I put it onto a table or anything. Nah, it's fine. It's fine. How do they get to move around in total darkness? In a room that dark, it's hard to imagine the culprit found the right board. Although, even after I put out the candle, I can move along the wall with my hands.
Wait a minute. Maybe...
Did you figure it out?
Yes. That's it. The culprit didn't even have to say it all. They used hearing, touch, smell, or sixth sense. Touch. They touched the
That's
fucking
it.
circle.
The culprit used touch. They didn't see, they felt.
It's an incredibly unclear way that you're saying it, but I agree with you.
That way they could get around in the dark. like how I got to the candle.
Hey, we guess that you're on the same flow process as I am.
Wasn't Seesaw in middle of room? Gonta doesn't think it was near wall.
Yes, but there was stuff on the ground that led to the seesaw.
So they probably used something besides the wall to move then, right?
Say, like, they all have to ask so many questions because he doesn't just say they touched the salt.
Were there any other markers within reach?
Like, they've got to really just, like, go through every single little bit to make it exactly clear what happens.
Of course,
so everyone
the answer
understands.
to that is there was nothing of the sort.
No, I'm sure there was something. A landmark they could have used to determine where the floorboard was. It must have been at the scene, I know it. Hangman's Gambit again! Magic Circle! That one's easy. Okay. ZG. Magic. I didn't say. There's an I. Is there a C anywhere around? Go again. C. No, yeah, magic. I need another C for circle. I was thinking my no circle, but no, I'm still fine. Magic circle. I didn't see any eyes there. Magic circle. I. And that was an R there. Yes. Cool. And then an E, and then we're good. E, there's one! Boom! That one was way simpler. There it is. They used the magic circle.
That's it. The magic circle. They used the magic circle.
They touched that and went along to where it was.
Remember? The magic circle was drawn with salt.
You could totally touch it.
They used the salt's texture to feel their way through the dark.
Even with the gloves that he has on.
I see. So Kyo traced the magic circle with his hands to get to the loose floorboard.
The hands that he has covered in bandages, but it's fine.
Oh, I see. You drew the magic circle with salt to use it as a guide.
Ta-da!
An interesting thought. It is unfortunate that it is so wrong.
Why? Okay. What?
Recall the document. What did the magic circle look like?
That.
Based on the document, the magic circle wouldn't reach the corners of the room.
No, there was lines coming out from the middle, from there to there. Wasn't there?
So what?
When the room was darkened, each of us was in a corner of the room, yes?
Yes.
The magic circle didn't reach us, so I could not have followed it.
Wasn't there 4 diagonal lines coming off the edges? That's how we each knew where to stand in the corners?
But you're talking about the magic circle in the document. That doesn't mean the circle you drew was the same.
That is very true.
No, I most definitely drew it exactly the same. I have it perfectly memorized.
Yeah, but what if you lied, though?
So which is it? Is there any way to check?
No, because it kind of got stepped on.
Not anymore. The magic circle is a complete mess from being trampled on.
I see. Another piece of the puzzle. Drawing the circle with Soul Orbit guaranteed it would be temporary. The investigation itself would have gotten rid of the evidence. Clever.
Everyone, may I have your attention, please?
What's up, Kibo?
What a pain.
That's Himiko's line. You're not allowed to
Check
steal it.
now.
Excuse me, everyone. May I have your attention, please?
Well, I guess there's no point in discussing the magic circle anymore.
Keiichi, come on! Stop being
Hey,
racist.
May I have your attention?
Flashlight!
I said cut that out. It's too
Then pay
bright.
attention to him. Fucking
I
Christ.
apologize. I just wanted everyone to listen
Everyone's
to
a
me.
dick to Kibo for no good reason. You're all assholes.
About what?
I had Miu add another function to my body, in addition to the flashlight.
Oh?
What the? No way! Did you really?
What?
Stop! You can't! I didn't install it for that purpose!
What's this about his penis?
Let me use it. With it, I might be able to save everyone.
Are you talking about his dick?
So,
How's his dick gonna solve the case?
It's an image recording function.
Oh, you were gonna film sex tapes. Got it.
Image recording?
Specifically, this function allows me to dispense a printout of my own memory.
That's pretty good.
I'll give it a try.
It's totally for a sex thing that Mew did it for.
Ready?
Yeah, okay.
from your mouth?
I also used magic like that
It's
before.
gross.
This printout is my memory of being kicked out of the seance.
Aww.
Please confirm that the floor of the empty room is clearly visible.
See, there's fucking lines in the
Go on.
corners.
Take the picture and see for yourself.
There's lines in the fucking corners. I knew it.
Okay.
I knew I remembered that shit. I reluctantly took the paper from Kibo's mouth. It's totally a sex thing. So this is the magic circle used for the sounds. I fucking knew it. There was lines going to the corners of the room.
Well, Shuichi, do you notice anything?
Yeah. Notice anything? Hell yeah, I do. It's this.
There!
There's lines in the corners. I fucking knew it. I knew I saw that shit.
This helped a lot, Kibo. Without you, I never would have seen through Kyo's lie.
Ha ha!
My lie.
You just said that you drew the magic circle exactly as it appears.
But that was a lot of bullshit.
But that's a lie, isn't
It's
it?
a big old fuck off lie.
The magic circle at the scene had lines that stretched to the room's
I
corners,
fucking knew I remembered that shit.
which means that you would be able to find the floorboard from anywhere in the room.
So it was different from the document after all.
Because he even just had everyone choose their own corners. It didn't even matter if he had a different corner. He still, like, it didn't even have to be a corner that was on the same side as where the seesaw had to be.
All because Himiko noticed. And because of Kibo, too.
What the fuck?
Hey, where's my things? I'm the one who installed that function into Kibo.
Yeah, but for sex things, though.
Hey, yeah, what was it you were saying about its purpose?
It's for sex things.
Oh, to be honest, the purpose of that image recording function is to monitor my health.
It's a sex thing.
Specifically, I make Kibo use that function every day to analyze my turds.
Slightly a sex thing for her, probably still, but not a sex thing then, I guess.
You're what? Why? Shit is a great indicator of intestinal health and gut bacteria quality.
Okay, fair enough.
Plus, taking a satisfying shit does wonders for a woman's natural beauty.
Not fair enough.
See? You're all grossed out. This is why I didn't want to tell you about my plan.
Quit talking about your poop. No one cares.
Thank you, Himiko.
You killed Tenko, didn't you? Just give up and admit it already.
Fucking say it.
So, Kyo, if you have any objections, you can...
Your deductions are fiction.
Okay. What's your next bullshit argument?
Well, since you've given me the option, I will most certainly object. To be honest, it's unimportant, but it may be an amusing diversion.
What? Unimportant?
Now I shall bear witness to your abilities, Shuichi. Do entertain me.
Okay. I'll throw fucking swords at you, it's fine, I'm really good at this. Alright, let's go. Mark Iron Cage White Sheepdog statue, alright.
If you are going to claim I am the culprit, then what of the murder weapon? It was set up in the cage. The only people capable
This
of
is
that
awkward. Why isn't this working?
are Kokichi and
Oh,
Shuichi, who carried the cage.
I'm doing the truth bullet once, that's
Should
why.
fall on them.
Fuck me. I was pressing the triangle truth bullet once. That's why it wasn't working. Okay,
If you are going
fucking
to
don't mind me,
claim I
I'm
am
just an
the
idiot.
culprit,
I still look at the head.
then what of the murder weapon?
Boom.
It was set up in the cage.
Yes.
The only people capable of that
Boom.
are Kokichi and Shuichi, who
Carried the cage. Yeah, but the cloth
So
though.
suspicion
White
should fall
sheet.
on them.
It was between the two of them. Boom.
True, we could have placed the sickle there.
But it would have been
we could
seen.
not have removed it later.
Yeah.
Because we weren't the ones who lifted the cage.
That was Himiko.
That was Himiko.
There we go.
The only person who could have collected the sickle is he. But the only people who could have placed the sickle are Kokichi
Why would she
and
collect
Shuichi.
it?
But in regards to that dilemma, I did not carry the cage, nor
Did
I
I-
had no opportunity to touch the sickle.
Boom! There we go, one to the V1.
I'll cut through your
The
words.
fucking sheet, though. You know, the one person who touched it before
The
and
only
after.
person who could have set up the sickle and retrieved it afterward is
He's
Kyo.
the only person who touched it at both times.
That was done by covering the cage with a white cloth.
I'm putting the sickle there. That's why the blood is on both and it hasn't pierced through the sheet. Fucking
You
man.
secretly placed the sickle when you draped the cloth.
And then you did this. There you
And
go.
retrieved it afterward when you removed the cloth.
Ta-da! Easy
Then,
shit.
while everyone was distracted, you discreetly dropped the sickle under the floor.
Wonderful! That's exactly correct.
And there it is. What?
It's correct. Then why don't you give up already?
Because it was fun.
The trick I put so much work into is just wasted effort now. Alas.
So, it was you? You killed Tenko?
Uh-huh.
Let me guess. You'll never forgive me. Himiko, you must hate me so very much.
Yeah, you're kind of a dickbag. A really shitty person.
Maybe you'd feel better if I was executed by Monokuma. But unfortunately for you, that won't happen. Because if you vote for me, every spotless, including myself, will die.
What you talking about, Kyo?
Did you have to do the impression as well with that?
You still don't understand?
It's Angie's death we're discussing, not Tenko's.
I killed Tenko. That is the truth. But it is meaningless in this class trial.
Meaningless?
There it is. Silencing curse! Death curse!
You mean Monokuma's extra rule, right?
Yeah. The only person who killed the first one matters. Second one's just a kill for fun. First come, first served.
You see, I killed Tenko, but not Angie. For us, Tenko's death is nothing but a trivial issue.
Outside of the fact that you killed her.
Because the blackened in this trial is the culprit who killed Angie.
And I've now made you waste a lot of time discussing it instead of discussing who killed Angie.
No, that's gotta be a lie. You probably killed Angie too.
That is simply not possible. Recall that I was unable to enter Angie's lab.
Well, we still haven't cleared everything up
Only
about that
student
perfectly
council
yet.
members and Kokichi could enter research lab.
How could I have possibly killed Angie when I couldn't even enter her lab?
Because what if it wasn't locked?
We can figure that out. No one else could have done it besides you.
There we go.
If you're the one who killed Tenko, you gotta be the one who killed Angie.
I understand how you feel, Himiko, but maybe we can discuss this rationally.
Trust
in
me, she's
calm.
being rational. I don't know about calm, but she's being rational.
There is a non-zero possibility that Kyo is telling the truth.
So you understand how she feels. I see. Wait, robots can understand human
God
feelings?
damn it, Kokichi.
Of course I understand. I worked really hard to understand.
Hey, why are you getting all worked up, Kibo? Chill, dude.
That's enough! It's voting time! I'm gonna vote for him!
Okay, that's reckless.
Voting for me will only help the one who murdered Angie.
Isn't Kyo culprit?
Yes, but I mean,
Of course I'm not. This case was an error on my part.
yeah, you were too late for the kill.
Monokuma added that rule after both bodies were found, yes?
Yeah.
How was I to know that the trial would only be for Angie's killer? Had I known, I certainly wouldn't have killed Tenko.
So the thing, it could be he could play it away as just like, shit, someone else has killed Angie. I better kill Tenko to make sure I can get away with it too.
You're lying! You killed Tenko and Angie!
Now hold on. Jumping to conclusions here is
Let's
dangerous.
actually discuss this. She's right, but let's discuss
We should
it.
talk it out more. This case might have juicy plot twists waiting to happen.
All right, let's keep going.
Nuts to that. Any way you look at this case, Kyo is obviously the culprit.
Yeah, but let's like clear it up first though.
Yeah, there's sort of no other way to look at it.
Can we clear it up before we do that though?
No, it's too dangerous to vote before we arrive at a logical decision.
Is this what the Scrum debate's gonna be about? I feel like
Culprits
there it is.
You! Wowee! This argument is getting intense! At times like this,
Scrum debate.
the Ultimate Academy is proud to present its very own Morphin trial ground.
So, there's uneven sides.
Yippee! I've been waiting for this!
Like how Kikichi loves the fucking scrum debates.
What were you waiting for?
Because they're fun! Lysandrov confessed to killing Teko, but insists he didn't kill Angie. We won't forgive Lysandrov for what he did, but we can't vote until we know the facts. I have to pin down the evidence and convince everyone. Alright, split opinion. Scrum debate time! Fucking Gurren Lagann! All the Gurren Lagann references we can possibly shove into a single fucking video game. Here we all go. Again, uneven sides. I don't know how this is gonna work, because someone's gonna have like a weak word that isn't needed to be counted, or we have an extra. Vote for Lysandrov? Vote now! Don't vote yet! Lysandrov isn't voting yet.
Kyo killed Tenko and Angie.
Kibo, we don't know for certain that Kyo killed Angie.
There we go. BAM!
He forced his way into Angie's research lab and killed her.
Boom!
Anyone could have entered my lab.
Katana was found in Kyo's lab.
Oh, there. Okay.
Anyone could have entered my lab.
It was Angie. It was the Angie one. Okay. Boom.
So Kyo did kill Tenko, but he not blackened?
Boom.
Perhaps there's a second blackened we need to find.
Like I said, everyone just has multiple. Everyone on outside just has
Planning to use
multiple.
the new rule to protect himself all along.
Kyo! Not possible. That rule was added after both murders.
It's weird that we're on the side of the person who's guilty, but
Can't we just vote now?
I've got this! Not yet. There's still another mystery to solve.
alright, so I still need to do the Angie one. Yeah. All right.
He forced his way into Angie's research lab and killed
Yeah,
her.
I saw the word lab, but not the Angie part's there. Okay, okay. Vote now, we'll never know the truth. All right, let's go.
Tenko and Angie.
Kyo!
We don't know for certain that Kyo killed Angie.
Boom.
He forced his way into Angie's research lab and killed her.
I've
Nope.
got this, but he couldn't get into Angie's research lab.
The katana was found in Kyo's lab.
Kyo!
Yeah, but
Anyone could have entered my lab.
that lab didn't have a lock on it.
So Kyo did kill Tenko, but he not blackened?
Bam!
Perhaps there's a second blackened we need to find.
Boom!
He was planning to use the new rule to protect himself all along.
Kyo! Not
Yeah, but the
possible.
rule's after.
That rule was added after both murders.
We've got 3 people on this side compared to like 5 there. Like each of us are saying multiple points now.
Not yet. There's still
Yeah, there's only
another
3 of
mystery to
us.
solve.
There's a shitload of them. All right. Oh, no, there's 4 of us. No, there's 4 of us. Oh, I forgot to count Shuichi himself. Boom! There we go. Break.
It would be a mistake to vote before we've completely solved Angie's murder.
Yes, let's fucking wait.
And there's still the mystery of Tenko's murder.
Mystery? What kind of mystery?
Why?
Well, Kyo's confession derailed our conversation a bit. But we still have to go over one of the clues found at Tenko's crime scene.
The dry blood? I hope that's what
believe
you're
it might
referring
even
to.
have something to do with Angie's murder.
There it is. Yes, the outlying piece of evidence at Tenko's murder scene. If we go down to here. White sheet, magnet, line cage, mark stone, loose floorboard. Dry blood, there it is.
This is it!
There's blood there that isn't Tenko's.
The blood stain found under the floor. Maki and I found it during the investigation.
Boom.
It was beneath the floorboard that the culprit stomped on.
Is that Tenko's blood?
No, because there's another pool of Tenko's.
That bloodstain was too far from Tenko's corpse to have been hers.
Also, the blood stain was already dry when we found
So
it.
definitely not.
But the blood from Tenko's body hadn't even begun to dry yet.
Well, that's weird. Why was that bloodstain the only dry one?
Because it came from Angie. The blood stain under the floorboard was dry because it happened before. It was from the investigation. It was there before Tenko was killed. No. But that blood stain was so far away from Tenko's body. Wait, what? Wait, what? What are the other answers? Happened before the before the seance. Oh, I read that as during the seance. Don't mind me.
That's it.
I'm just reading too quickly and not reading it properly. Whoops.
The bloodstain wasn't from Tenko's murder. It was there before we started the seance.
Before the seance?
Uh-huh. That should make it clear whose blood it was. Angie Onaga's.
That's it.
Oh yeah, you can say Kikichi because he fell through the floorboards.
That bloodstain wasn't Tenko's. It was Angie's.
Why was blood from Angie at the scene of Tenko's murder?
Because that's where she was killed or attacked. I'm still not 100% sure of that.
Yeah, wasn't Angie killed in her research lab?
She was, but...
Just because we found her body there doesn't mean she was killed there.
Boom!
Ah, I guess that's possible.
If Angie wasn't killed in her lab, then that opens up a lot more possibilities.
A lot of them.
We assumed that only council members could have killed Angie since her body was in her lab.
But if she wasn't killed there...
But if she died somewhere else, then we can't suspect just the council members anymore.
Ta-da!
So the culprit didn't enter her lab, but waited for her to come out of it?
And when she was out, the door was unlocked and could go back in there easily.
I'm not sure if the culprit waited for her, but they probably killed her when she came out. Well, I thought that was more likely from the start.
You never said it, so I don't know if I believe whether you thought that or not.
So I went to places Angie might have gone and checked all 3 empty rooms.
Is that why you were in those rooms?
Places she might have gone? Why did you check the empty rooms then?
The empty rooms were the only places I could think of that Angie would go.
Did Angie have business in rooms?
There was ghosts in those rooms. Of Monokubs and Monokuma, but still.
It seems Kokichi's up to his usual misleading nonsense again.
Or not.
I do lie a lot, and I could be lying right now too. But I'm pretty sure someone's panicking right now because of my lie.
Ta-da! There it is. Angie left her lab on her own and she headed to the room where she was killed. Is Kikichi's statement true or? Says I'm not 100% sure whether she was killed in one of those rooms or her lab, but she was definitely attacked in one of those rooms and either killed or not
The
killed.
art research lab is not where Angie was killed. She was killed in the empty room instead.
She left her lab on her own?
But why would she go into an empty room? There shouldn't have been anything in there. Except for candles.
That's it! She wanted a candle!
Did she need a candle for the Necronomicon? It's all okay. Burn the Necronomicon to ashes. You do need fire for that.
Keep herself awake at night.
Okay, not for that
She
reason.
would drip hot wax on her body.
Typical Mew, not that.
Sounds like something only you would do.
Alright, okay. What did Kikichi see? Something Angie did. There has to be a clue.
The art research lab is not where Angie was killed.
So I was thinking not...
She was killed in the empty room
I was thinking not
instead.
that because there's blood on the sword, but that doesn't
She
have to
left
mean
her
that she was
lab
killed
on
by
her
that.
own?
But why would she go into a room? There should have been anything in there.
There shouldn't have been anything in there.
Candles.
Candles!
That's it! She wanted a candle! Herself awake at night.
Hard to get the V-break on that one because it
She
fucking
would drip
covers it
hot
with other
wax on
something.
her body.
Oh, that's
That
not the
sounds
one.
like something only.
Alright, skip again. Skip again. I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna try the Necronomicon there. Bum, bum.
She left her
Why? Candles.
Wanted a candle.
Ah, fuck it. Don't even worry about the V thing. Boom!
I agree.
Yeah! Not to drip wax on herself, though. I don't care about the V. Why else it's too hard to get?
That's it. Angie went to that room to get a candle.
I figured she might have heard the soaring, but that makes sense too.
Yeah, for kinky wax play.
Not for kinky wax play.
No. Angie was going to use it for the ritual. According to the Necronomicon,
Grimoire
to
Weiss,
resurrect
yeah.
the dead,
You have to burn the book. Something that we've already discussed in this trial.
Then, did she seek out a candle so she could burn the book?
I'd assume so.
That's right. There's nothing to start a fire with in Angie's lab.
So she did something else.
So she went to go get a candle from one of the empty rooms.
Was she willing to do the ritual on her own without the other student council members there, though? That's the part that's weird to me.
That's when the culprit attacked her.
What's up?
That's why there was dried blood under floor.
She was attacked there.
Which means Angie was attacked in the same room the seance was held.
Which, hey, actually worked out to be a pretty big coincidence. If she was in one of the other rooms, then the dried blood would have been under that floor and we wouldn't have discovered it while investigating Tenko. You still may have discovered it while falling under the floorboards, but...
Bravo, Himiko. Well done for choosing that room for the seance.
It worked out well. Yeah.
If we hadn't done the seance in that room, then Tenko's murder would have been in another room.
And we wouldn't have found the dried blood.
If that happened,
yeah,
no one would have discovered Angie's blood stain under the floorboards.
That's right. Shuichi and I only checked under the floorboards where Tenko died.
They said it's not worthwhile checking the others, which is honestly stupid. But
yep, it's all
there's a pathway into this room from the other rooms. We don't need to check that. Silly.
This must be a Tua's will. Or maybe the power of magic.
Bueno los dos. Ba-ba-ba-di-ba-ba.
I just picked one.
Hold on. You're all acting as though you've proven that as fact already.
We're just discussing.
You claim Angie was murdered in the empty room, and then moved to the lab?
Well, we said attacked, but...
Then how do you explain the large amount of blood in the lab? It may be possible to carry a body, but blood cannot be moved.
She has 2 injuries.
I think she was still alive after the attack in the empty room. She was killed after she was carried to her lab.
Boom. And just attacked there. That means the culprit attacked her twice. I have evidence of that. The Monokuma file. Yeah, 2 ones there. What relevance does that have? None. Oh. It says in it that... the culprit must have been a big bad mean to do that.
Wrong.
There's things in that that say... whatever. The forehead injury?
This is it!
There we go. The other thing said it, but whatever. The other thing
fatal
specifically
wound was
said
attached
too.
to the back of her neck from the katana.
Do we know it was the katana? I was thinking it might have been the sickle as well, but...
But she also showed signs of blunt force trauma. And I think I know why.
Because it wasn't bleeding much?
After Angie was knocked unconscious in the empty room, she was killed in her lab.
I see. So that puddle of blood is from the killing blow.
So was she attacked with the floorboard? Because there's dried blood on the floorboard as well, right?
It's all
One hell of an
clear now.
attack. Can't do it secretly when it's to someone's face. Especially.
Angie was attacked in the empty room, carried to her lab, and it was there that the culprit finished her off.
Boom! There we go. Another idea.
All clear. This is all clear.
Are you panicking a bit there, Lysandra?
Talking about
Are you panicking a bit there?
all clear. What is all clear?
That you killed Angie.
What are you? All clear? What are you all? You what? What are? I will not fear. I will not back down.
What just happened? What is happening? I'm very confused.
Sweet Korekio, calm yourself.
Okay, so you wear lipstick, and your voice has changed. What? I'm not sure why this is happening.
Their words are all hollow. There is no meaning to any of them.
You're talking to yourself. What's happening? Double personality? Did one of your personalities kill Sanko and the other one kill Angie? What?
You must teach these ignorant children a lesson.
Yeah, your voice has changed too.
Yes, you're right. Okay, I'll teach them.
I'm very confused as to what's happening.
What the hell are you mumbling about? You're giving me the goddamn willies!
Not yet. Nothing is clear at all.
We haven't even pinned it on you yet. We just said it happened in that room. Which you were setting up, yes, but...
It's full of doubts, of mysteries.
of a dense, impenetrable fog!
Yeah, okay, murderer. This is not at all what all the murderers do.
Nothing is clear at all!
Okay. Okay, murderer. More swords! Alright, what do we got? Loose floorboard blades, I take
Angie
off.
was attacked in the empty room first, and then carried into the research lab? Impossible! Impossible!
Muda muda!
That's nothing but a delusion!
Muda muda muda!
Poison our minds with your delusions?
That one sucked. That took
It's
forever
no
to do that.
delusion. Angie's 2 external wounds tell the story. After she was struck in the empty room, she was carried to the art research
Why
lab
wasn't she bleeding?
and then
Duct tape? Is
killed.
that gonna be the answer?
You say the culprit carried Angie's body, and not a single drop of blood fell? The hallway and empty room had no bloodstains.
Yes.
Even if we wipe them down later, there'd still be traces of evidence left behind. But there was no evidence anywhere, was there, Shuichi?
Boom! There it is!
I'll cut through your words.
Maybe if you stopped screaming at me, I wouldn't be able to disprove you so easily.
There was evidence left at the scene. The bloody tape under Angie's body.
Just hidden under the body.
What?
You left it there, dipshit.
It was wrapped around her head to stop the bleeding while she was being carried.
Bloody tape? Gonta didn't notice at all.
I think Maki did.
It was under the body. It's most likely evidence the culprit should have gotten rid of.
And they didn't, because they're dumb.
But since it was hidden, the culprit didn't notice and failed to dispose of it.
It must have fallen as the fatal blow was dealt, and ended up under her body.
Must have been Atua who did that for us.
Sure, we can just blame all the coincidences that let us actually solve this case as being good.
What? Atua? How long are you going to keep that up?
Alright, okay.
Now we know most of the mystery behind Angie's murder.
Boom!
I'm convinced there's only one person who could have killed Angie.
Lysandra! You were behind all of this! Yes, it was I!
It
My
has to be you.
machinations were undetected! For I am a
It's
master
you,
of
Kyo.
deception!
You killed Angie.
Yeah! Oh my god! Ta-da! You did both! And we don't have to deal with a murderer being here for the rest of the game who killed one of our friends. We've still got Maki here, but we don't have to deal with the person who killed Tenko just being here for the rest of the time. Thank you, video game. I was going to be really annoyed if I had to talk to Lysandra for the rest of the game. Knowing he killed Tenko, that would make me incredibly uncomfortable.
Well, that was obvious. Such a boring, obvious.
They
answer.
could have gone for something else, but I'm kind of glad they didn't, because otherwise, yeah, that would have sucked. Just being like, hi, Lysandra, remember that time that you killed Tenko? Fuck you, why are you still here? That he, like, if he survived, because it was another killer who killed Angie and he killed Tenko, 1000% he'd be the victim of case 4. Without a question, they would have done that. Because they would have just been like, well, he's now a thing and we have to get rid of him. And that's what we do in case 4 with Nekomaru and Sakura. So, yeah. But they didn't go for that. We're just getting rid of him now.
Why did you kill them?
In terms of pure logic, only one victim was necessary to win.
Yeah, it's like I understand making the plan to kill, like, someone with a seance, and then you killed someone because they discovered you were doing the seance for a murder, and then you went ahead with the seance murder anyway after hiding up the other murder.
Why? Why you killed them both?
Yeah, why did Tenko have to die?
I think one of the murders was an accident.
An accident?
That's right. It wasn't part of the plan.
Huh? Which one?
Angie's. The murder that was an accident. The murder of Angie Onaga.
That's it.
When she came to get a candle, she discovered him
Angie's
setting it
murder
up.
was an accident.
What? Tenko wasn't accident?
No, definitely not.
That's right. Kyo originally planned to kill someone with a seesaw trick. But while he was making preparations in the empty room, Angie walked in.
And then he killed her to hide it.
So he decided to kill her in order to keep her from talking.
She just happened to walk in on the culprit setting up and was killed.
Then should have just stopped there.
Why go ahead and still kill Tenko?
He killed Angie. There was no reason for him to kill Tenko.
You only needed to kill one for this game. Killing 2 is pointless.
Why do it?
If you get bonus points for killing more, then sure. Otherwise, it leaves more clues behind.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, if you had just killed Angie, the better plan anyway, because we discovered Tenko's way easier, we wouldn't have found the dried blood. Like, if Tenko never died, and we just did the seance or whatever, we would never have found the dried blood under the floor, which means we never would have known that Angie was attacked outside of there, which means we never would have suspected someone who wasn't part of the student council other than Kikichi. So, you really just fucked yourself here.
Why, Kyo? Why you kill 2 of our friends?
Yeah, if you didn't do the second one, you may have actually gotten away with it.
What is it? What on earth are you talking about? No, I'm not the culprit.
Yeah, you are.
So, why is everyone looking at me like
You've
I
already
am?
confessed that you're a killer. It's not that big of a shock that you'd kill another person.
Why? Why are they? Why is it?
Because you killed them.
Calm yourself, Korekio.
I'm still confused by this double identity thing that we've got going on here.
Yes. You mustn't raise your voice. You mustn't stutter.
I'm still confused by this part.
You mustn't lose composure.
Swear to God, if this is gonna be
Mustn't
like a
become
anti-trans thing, I'm gonna be
You
fucking
mustn't
pissed.
waver.
I'm just basing that on the higher pitched voice and the lipstick.
Look at their horrid faces. This sorry lot is not worth agonizing over.
Oh yeah, it's gonna make us like, okay.
You're right. Yeah, you're right.
What is happening?
There he goes again. What the hell's wrong with him?
It almost seems like he's talking with someone.
To himself.
Someone? He's just talking to himself. And why the hell is he wearing lipstick?
No matter how loudly you protest, this is a trivial matter.
What's happening?
I will never acknowledge your allegations. Not a single one of them. So you see, there is no evidence that I killed Angie.
We just described it.
No, I will not acknowledge
We
it.
just described it.
I will only acknowledge facts, true events. I won't acknowledge fiction, mystery. I won't acknowledge your deductions or guesses.
Okay, but evidence though.
Good job, Korekio.
What are we doing here? Swear to God, if you turn this to be an anti-trans thing, I'm gonna be fucking pissed, video game.
Yes, thanks.
Creeps me the fuck out!
No evidence? There's no evidence he killed Angie?
You're wrong. There is evidence.
What? You do realize bluffs like that won't work.
You grabbed a sword from your own lad for the trick. You're a fuckwit.
The weapon that was used to knock Angie unconscious in the empty room
Was the fucking floorboard itself that was used for the
that
trick.
weapon tells us the whole story, Kyo.
You know exactly what we're going with.
That's not possible. I think you may have misunderstood. Apologize. Come on, apologize.
No.
Apologize. Apologize. Apologize.
No, though.
Come on. Apologize. 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 Apologize.
Yeah, but no, though.
Seriously, what the hell's happening?
I don't know what this deal is, but yeah. I have no idea what's happening with Lysandra. But I know what weapon he used on Angie. I have to prove it to him. Argument armament, here we go. What is happening
I
here?
have nothing to admit. You are simply wrong.
Boom, 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 boom.
Yes,
Fuck.
I'm not the culprit. So I have nothing to confess. I
Boom,
have
boom.
nothing to admit. You are simply wrong.
This is a very different looking one to before. Alright, your doll's gone.
Your delusions on us.
Ooh, horizontal, very nice.
That's merely a delusion. Well said, Korekio. To continue this debate is meaningless. Why must you
Fuck.
force your delusions on us?
This one's really fun. I always really like
I
this one.
told you I am not the culprit. So why are you looking at me like that? You're all wrong.
Ah!
Korekio speaks the truth. Such a sorry
whoops.
lot. Apologize. Apologize. Apologize.
Apologize.
Oh my god.
I am not the culprit. So why are you looking at me like that? You're all wrong.
Ah!
Correcchio
Fucked
speaks
it up.
the truth. Such a sorry lot.
Alright. I went to do the favor time to find this out.
Apologize.
Oh, well, we're going that one, okay.
Apologize.
I told you I am not the culprit. So
Bump,
why are you
bump.
looking at me like that?
Bump, bump, bump,
You're
bump.
all wrong.
Ah!
Me.
Smash.
Correcchio speaks the
Okay.
truth. Such a sorry lot.
Ah! Favor time's kind of working.
Apologize.
There we go, yay! Final blow.
You have no proof that Correcchio is the killer.
Removed floorboard.
It ends here.
Hey, and now we get to strip one of the guys. Who still has lipstick and very long hair, so and still did a very feminine pose at the end there.
Angie with the
But
same
whatever.
floorboard used in the seesaw trick.
There it is. Ah, gotcha.
I see. And how do you know the floorboard was the murder weapon?
There's dried blood on it.
There was a small patch of dry blood on the underside of the floorboard.
Ta-da!
Angie's blood?
Blood that spattered there when the culprit struck Angie with the board.
Right with the
That's
corner
not
of it
the
too.
only
Ouch.
evidence that she was hit with that floorboard.
The blood is underneath it. How could it drip
There's
down
also
there if
the blood
the
stain
board wasn't
under
removed?
the floor to consider. For that to be there, the floorboard must not have been in place at the time of the attack.
Fucking boom!
Good point. Had the floorboard been in place, her blood wouldn't have splattered beneath it.
What, Lysandra? Fucking
Keo's
what?
earlier confession is further evidence that the floorboard was used.
Yeah, maybe you didn't admit to Tenko's.
How?
Ah,
If the weapon used to hit Angie is the floorboard from the seesaw trick,
then it only makes sense that it could have been you because no one else would have had the floorboard removed.
It means the culprit knew about the seesaw, so the same person killed Tenko and Angie.
Ta-da! You've been discovered. Get fucked. Your machinations were undetected, for you're a master of deception,
I
Lysandra.
believe that while Keo was setting up the seesaw, he was holding the board when Angie walked in.
And he cold-cocked her with the floorboard.
Just bang. But it was in the front of the head, but I guess with how long it was, you could
all
have
you
like
can
gone
do
from
now
behind
is
you.
accept it. You even confessed to Tenko's murder already.
What's true? This is the truth.
You killed both of them for no fucking reason. First one, again, I can understand. I hate you for it, but I still understand. But you did a second one for no fucking reason other than what? You already had it set up, so you're gonna go through with it?
Looks like we're almost at the end. All right, Shuichi, I'll leave the finale to you. Bring down the house.
Closing argument, let's go.
Chief, please, put an end to this.
I like how everyone knows that Shuichi does the closing arguments.
For Angie and Tenko's sake. End this class trial.
Let's do it.
I understand. I'll go over everything one more time.
Make this extremely clear.
Keo, I want you to confess. No, I will force you to confess.
Here we go. See, this is one where we can't feel sorry for them at all. It's just like for 2B when she died, like afterwards, it's like, fuck, we killed the president of Japan. Maybe that was a bad idea. Maybe we should have let ourselves die. And this one's just like, you killed a second person. Like, actually eat shit and fuck off. All right, here we go. Who was who was the culprit with who was the culprit with the saw in the empty room? What? Okay. Okay. What weapon knocked Angie unconscious? What do we got? Duct tape, sickle place, small stone, remove floorboard. There it is. Okay. We got all those dead pink bits there. What was compressing the injury on her head? Oh, we got the tape here. Stuck duct tape, boom, onto her head so she wouldn't bleed. And we got here, what weapon killed Angie? Katana, which we don't have yet. So we'll get that to a second. Whose effigy was stabbed with a katana? Don't have Kaitis yet. The handle of the spinning katana. Hit the sliding lock. There it is. We got that one. God, we need to do most of them like here before we get the others because they all unlock at 4. Well, who unlocked the door? We don't have that yet. What object did put the small stone Himiko brought? Let's go down to there. What weapon did the culprit set up on top of the cage? Single place to kill. In there. Who besides Kikichi is responsible for extinguishing the candles? Shuichi, which we don't have yet. How was the culprit able to move around? Path made with soul. You touched it and felt around. Alright, one more and then we can do all the others. When the culprit approached the cage. Wait, I don't have any others. I've placed everything. Wait, what? Oh, there's one on top here. I didn't even see that. Okay, I didn't even see the one way up here. Okay. No one locked the door. Who's FG was out with the katana. What weapon killed Angie? There it is. I didn't even see there was one hole above all the ones. Alright, now we got all that. Okay. Can just unlock all these. Just unlock, and unlock. Who was the culprit with the saw in the room? I sand her off. Some on the floorboard. Okay. Oh, there we go. The way that's worded is just like there's not. Okay. Okay. Who's FG was stabbed with a katana? Kaede. Is that there? Oh, stab Kaede's effigy. Just to be a dick about it. Where is he? Kukichi's lock picking. Picked the lock and opened it up for us. We've got Shuichi blowing out the candles. With these ghost spirit pictures. Culprit approached the cage. Some hard on the floorboard to do that. And then we get over to here. Magic circle got erased by everyone just stepping on it.
This is
There
the
we
truth
go.
of the
That one
case.
was fucking easy.
Let's look back at the first murder. It was late last night. The culprit was in the empty room on the 4th floor.
Preparing a different murder.
The culprit was preparing the seance murder they had planned.
Why'd they have the duct tape with them? That's the thing I don't know.
To use the floorboard as a seesaw,
Also a very weird looking
they
sword.
had to cut the crosspiece supporting it. The plan was to make the same preparations for all 3 empty rooms. This would divert suspicion away from the culprit and whoever.
Yeah, and again, if
hit the room.
Yukichi didn't nearly die, we wouldn't even know that. We got lucky on this one, by the way. We got really fucking lucky to solve this one.
I imagine they got one from the warehouse.
It's like the stuff falling into the pool with 2 bees. This is like we got fucking lucky that she fucked up. And this one we just got lucky during the investigation to find stuff. But also, you're an idiot for wanting to do a second murder even after you already hit the first one.
They were planning to cut the crosspieces in all 3 rooms.
And also lucky that we had the right room for the 2 things.
However, when the culprit was working on the middle room, the unexpected happened.
Angie!
Angie walked into that room and saw the culprit making their preparations. She needed some fire for the ritual and had gone to the room for a candle.
Again, would she have done the ritual just in the middle of the night? That's weird to me. Like, just wake up the next morning, everyone, I brought someone with me.
At
Rentaro.
that point, the culprit had not finished the setup and was just cutting crosspieces. Angie might not have concluded that it was tied to some kind of murder plan. But now that Angie had seen it, the culprit couldn't use the seesaw.
Because it would have
trick.
been, oh, he did it. He
Any
used
other
it.
person might have just given up, but not our culprit.
No, I must commit all the murders that I possibly can. You're very dedicated to killing, Lysandroth, I'll give you that.
The culprit took the floorboard they loosened and struck the unsuspecting
Also,
Angie
the motive
in the
kind of had
head.
nothing to do with the murder. Like, I don't... Did you do it because you didn't want the ritual to happen? Or was it just for your own other reasons? Did the motive have nothing to do with the murder? Despite being the name of the fucking chapter. Flop.
The culprit did not want to give up on their plan and had to improvise.
Act 2. Again, why'd you have duct
They
tape with
wrapped
you?
duct tape around Angie's injury to stop the bleeding.
How would you have used duct tape for the seesaw trick? That's what I don't understand, why you had that with you.
Then they picked up her unconscious body and carried her to a research lab. While she was unconscious, the culprit hurried to tie up this loose end.
By killing her. Again, why? Why go through with the second one? I don't get it. Like, why the hell do this? Another just dramatic slow motion thing.
But because they were in a hurry, they made a crucial oversight. They didn't notice the duct tape had peeled off and was under Angie's body. Without that evidence, we may never have figured out the culprit's trick. Carrying the supplies they needed, the culprit returned to the ultimate art lab.
And stabbed her with the sword.
Locked the front door from
Oh
inside.
yeah, did the lock trick, stabbed her with the sword.
And took out the katana they brought from their own lab. They then stabbed Angie in the back of the neck, finally killing her.
Dick.
Then, to further confuse us, the culprit attempted to make a locked room mystery. First, they used rope from the warehouse and hung 4 effigies upside down.
I get noticed at any point during this. Oh, whoops.
There were 2 reasons for this. To overwhelm the room with an occult atmosphere.
I think, hey, was that part of the ritual that Angie
and
was
the
doing?
other was the key to locking the room. The culprit stuck the katana into Kaede's effigy near the rear entrance.
It makes me wonder, did you choose Kaede's effigy specifically to try and fuck with Shuichi to
And
make it
spun
harder
the
for him to
effigy around
investigate
to
by
twist
seeing
up the rope.
Kaede being stabbed there? Because if so, that's a pretty clever plan. And then does
After
spins and
enough
eventually hits
turns,
it.
The culprit let go and headed for the rear door.
This picture looks silly. Just her spinning. Whee! Alright. Up skirt shot there. Down skirt.
Once released,
I don't know.
the effigy began spinning, and the gold leaf katana with it.
Bunk!
The handle of the katana then hit the sliding lock, locking the door. A difficult trick, but remember that the lock was so loose it moved at the slightest touch. The culprit also would have had the opportunity to attempt it many times.
Nah, not on the first time, that's not that good.
Once complete, the door was locked, but the duct tape was left behind. Perhaps the culprit noticed it, but by that point, it was too late.
Couldn't get back in.
The room was sealed. There was no way for them to get back inside. Then,
We go
this
in.
morning, we opened up the room and discovered Angie's body.
And then you still went through and killed someone else. Like, why? Why do that?
But the culprit wasn't finished. They wanted one more murder.
Why? And why Tenko? I mean, it was anyone, just whoever was sacrificed, whoever was done that. Because again, it could have been Himiko. If Tenko didn't step in and say, no, I'll do it so you can speak to Angie, Himiko would be dead right now. Which probably doesn't make Himiko feel much better.
To do that, they manipulated us into performing this seance.
Could have gotten away. You actually probably could have gotten away with it if you didn't go through the second one.
Of the 3 empty rooms, the middle one was chosen for the seance. I was invited by Kokichi to take Kibo's place in the seance.
Assholes.
Tenko volunteered to be the medium, but she never imagined it would get her killed. To perform the seance, the culprit claimed they needed something for Tenko.
Tenko's niceness towards Himiko literally got her killed. Stop killing lesbians! Assholes.
A small stone that Himiko had brought from the courtyard.
Thunk.
Tenko, at the culprit's request, bowed her head until it was touching the stone. That position was instrumental in making sure the murder went as planned.
I like the fact that Tenko's dead.
Next, Kokichi and I placed the iron cage over Tenko in the middle of the magic circle. The culprit then volunteered to
Should
drape
have
the
been way
white
more obvious
cloth
to me that
over the
something
iron
sus as
cage.
fuck was going on here.
We didn't realize it at the time, but that was a deliberate decision by the culprit. They needed to set up the murder weapon that was used to kill Tenko. While they were covering the cage with a cloth, they secretly placed the sickle. Finally, 4 of us placed the wooden statue on top of the cage.
So basically what we're learning between this and the magic trick from before, never go along with anyone's plan to do anything because it will get you killed. Or someone killed.
The culprit used the weight of the statue to keep the murder weapon in place. After the preparations were complete, we began the seance. In complete darkness, we each stood in one corner and sang the Cage Child song.
Yeah.
When the song finished, the soul of the dead was supposed to enter the medium. But our culprit had another plan, to commit a murder in the
A
darkness.
second one, but no.
Right after we started singing, the culprit began making their way toward Tenko.
No one noticed that his voice was changing. It was going around. Also, just like it was incredibly loud.
It
The
would
plan,
have been
like,
quite difficult to
even
do
if
in
like
total
Angie
darkness,
like didn't notice
but
it,
our
and the whole
culprit
plan
had
for
a
the
guide.
seance was to kill someone like this, and that was his plan for the only murder. It was the only murder he did. It still was a shithouse plan. Like his actual
used the
planned
lines of the
murder was
magic
kind of
circle
shit,
drawn with
and
salt.
got someone killed without them knowing at all that it was gonna happen. But I mean, your improvised murder was actually better hidden than
the
this
culprit
one.
felt for the salt and used it to guide them along. And when the culprit reached the center of the circle,
Ka-chunk!
they found the floorboard that had its crosspiece cut off the night before. Then lifted up their foot and stomped down hard on the floorboard. The
I don't like
floorboard lifted up like a seesaw and pushed Tenko's body up toward the ceiling of the cage. Tenko was stabbed in the back of the neck by the sickle on the top of the cage. She was killed right before our eyes, and we didn't even see it. After committing the crime, the culprit followed the salt back to their corner.
Can we get off this page so I don't have to see Tenko actively
Finished the
being killed
ritual
constantly?
and had us light the candles. We followed the culprit's directions and removed the equipment used for the seance.
In the same order.
And discovered Tenko's body. And while we were all focused on the body, the culprit picked up the sickle
And just
dropped
dumped it.
under the floor through the hole in the corner of the room. Ironically, the final step of the murder was unwittingly carried out by us.
By
The
us,
culprit had planned the
yeah.
murder so that we would unintentionally destroy some evidence. That evidence was the magic circle that the culprit used to navigate
We
in the
just kind of
dark.
stepped all over it constantly, yeah.
However, the culprit didn't know that Kibo had taken a picture. He really saved us. Without that, we wouldn't know what changes were made to the circle.
I totally remember the edges of the lines there, but whatever.
But now we know for certain, and we know the culprit drew the magic circle.
Hi, Lysandra.
Korekio Shinguchi, the ultimate anthropologist. You're the culprit behind
You're
these
a
murders.
murderer! To the surprise of no one from the start of the game. I'm honestly kind of shocked that the most blatant person to be a killer from the start actually turned out to be a killer. I'm surprised that they went with someone so blatant. You were so creepy and weird the whole time. They actually just made you a killer. That's genuinely
That's where my detective
surprising.
work leads us. It all fits.
Like Sakura was super strong. She was killed. Fucking Nagito was just like, oh, I'm gonna be dangerous. Gets killed. I mean, he was saying he was gonna be killed the whole time and stuff, but still.
Sweet Korekio. There were times when it's necessary to admit defeat.
I still don't know what's going on here, and I'm worried about where they're gonna go with it.
Admit? Yeah. Okay.
You're admitting it now?
So you finally admit you did it.
Unfortunately. Yes.
Ah.
Yes. It's unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate.
And now you're gonna die.
My one regret, my only regret, was not being able to make 100 friends.
What the fuck do you mean by that?
100 friends?
It was my dream to make 100 friends.
What is happening?
Oh, it's so unfortunate! I was so close to 100!
What are you talking about? I do not understand a word of this.
What's happening?
Who gives a fuck? Let's vote for this kooky bastard and be done with this already!
Roger that! One voting time coming up!
I'm incredibly confused.
The heart racing
Excitement as... They're just completely ignoring me. Ignoring him now.
Racing excitement!
Everyone's just ignoring one of them now.
Has the blackened and
The spotless finally face off.
It's
Voting time! One of them's not even in the Monocubs thing on the side there. Alright, Lysander off, you motherfucker! Yeah, start us on Glade every single time. Asshole video game. Lysander off with your mask and your vines there. We vote for you. Somehow, the really creepy person they actually made into a killer.
Finished. Let's see the result.
Okay. Like they actually turned the most creepy fucking person into a killer. Okay. Just weird that for them to go, hey, you voted for yourself. Hey. You admitted it completely.
Who'll be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one?
We made the right choice. Like, you always talk about it. It's like, oh, you made the wrong choice. And it's just like, no, we cleared it up pretty fucking hard by the end of it there. Lysander off! Hey, you got it right. Here's all your coins. So you can spend on a bunch of presents to give to people and still fail to give them the right presents so you can get the free time events. It's fine. So I did take a back route. I only took one back route. I took one back route. The other one, the second lie that I did wasn't a back route. The lie about Tenko dying instantly, I think. But this one, yeah, I accidentally got a back route. I accidentally got one. What the fuck? Okay. Okay. Well, hey. And once again, I got A on everything. I got a miss at one point, but I got an A on absolutely everything. A. I mean, A. I saved it at the end there.
Wah!
Seriously? You're correct again?
Absolutely
This is the third correct verdict in a row.
right.
If you manage to get 12 correct verdicts in a row, you'll proceed to the bonus round. How can there be 12 killers?
How's this gonna last that long?
For now,
It's finally over.
No.
No, not yet. I haven't heard his answer yet. Lysandroth, why? Why did you kill everyone in the village?
Right.
He needn't have killed them both, no matter what motive he had. Motive?
Hey.
Did your motive have something to do with the transfer student who was resurrected? Even if it did, though, how did that trigger a murder?
Hey.
Don't tell me. Were you actually scared of the resurrection ritual, Kaito?
Shut up!
I never said I was scared. Yeah, you did. The resurrection ritual had nothing to do with it. Nothing to do with it. Because we're friends, I'll tell you. I never once believed in the ritual. You told us that beforehand, yeah. I would never kill someone over such a silly thing as that.
What?
So it has nothing to do with the motive. The motive was actually meant to bring us together.
Yeah?
Then why? I'm still confused about the motive in terms of whether it's actually true or not. Because if so, what?
Yes.
For the one that I love.
There is someone that I love.
What's happening? From the bottom of my heart, someone so dear, someone I long for.
I love her with all my heart. And she loves me with all her heart.
What are we doing? What's happening?
Yes, we vowed an endless love to each other, forever bound by fate.
What's happening?
None can come between us. We are bound by an intense
This is the
love,
biggest butt we've had on the screen in Danganronpa, I think.
no matter what anyone says.
Okay.
What?
Bragging about your perfect love life? Fuck you! Some of us aren't that lucky. So to see this lover of yours, you had to escape.
Don't tell me.
So that's why you killed Angie and Tenko. But why did you need to kill both? If you asked if I did it to escape this place, my answer would be no.
Wonderful.
Because I have no need to escape this place. The one I love is inside. What's happening? Inside? Your second personality?
Wait!
Don't look at me, I'm not his lover.
Yeah.
Calm down, no one would want a disgusting shit-stuffed bitch like you anyway.
Sploosh!
What the what? Hey, you're talking about your poop in this, you kinda had it coming. A little. Who's the person you love?
Hey,
Is it really one of us? When I say inside, I do not mean inside this academy.
You see,
I mean inside me. What are we going for here? What is happening? I'm worried and scared.
sister.
What? 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 We're going for incest now. Okay. Okay. Okay, video game. What do you also mean inside? What is happening? What is happening? What is happening? Why? What are we doing? Where are you going with this?
Wait!
I'm not his sister. No one's looking at you.
Right?
If you were his sister, he would have killed himself already.
Wait!
Didn't you say she was your lover?
Whatever is the matter.
And it's not that difficult. My sister is my lover, okay? Not the confusing part here.
I loved her so deeply. And she loved me so deeply.
No physical connection. Okay, okay, okay. It's not actually incest. Okay, okay, okay.
The fact that we were siblings meant nothing to us.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, like, okay. It's not the part I'm worried about here.
They called it forbidden love. But none could stop the love.
Again,
we
this is
shared.
not the part I'm worried about. I'm worried about what you mean by your sister's inside of you.
Oh,
And not even in the sexual way,
How
just
I
like,
long
what do you
for my
mean? I'm
sister's warmth.
confused here.
the only time I felt at peace was when I was enveloped in my sister's warmth.
I'm confused. What is
For
happening?
my beloved sister.
That is why, for my beloved sister, I had to.
He's messing around.
You had to escape from here, right? No. I had to kill for her.
Huh?
What?
Sister.
Sister was very sickly. She was always in and out of hospital ever since she was a child. Because of that, she didn't have many friends. She always seemed so
However.
lonely. Even if I could be her little brother and her lover, I couldn't be her friend. So I thought I'd find her some friends. Friends for my dear deceased sister.
Do you understand?
My sister is now a ghost, so her friends should be ghosts too, right?
For my beloved
For her
sister.
sister's sake, I've killed many. To send her 100 friends, the serial killer and especially the corpse fucker were meant to be fucking jokes! Game! What the fuck? Okay, okay, why am I always right? What the fuck? Why am I always right? Why am I like this? What the fuck? The serial killer was a thing, cause like, serial killers are in Danganronpa, and I figured it'd be the creepy dude as a joke. And then that was real. And the corpse fucking part was meant to be a stupid thing to end the queer chant thing with just a random over-the-top, ridiculous, absurd thing to say about the creepy dude, and it wasn't an actual prediction. It was just a fucking joke game. What the fuck? Why? Why are you making me this right? This is creepy. This is weird. This is... I can't handle this. I am not gonna predict a single fucking thing for the rest of this game in any capacity, because anything I say is gonna be fucking right. I could say that they're all on the fucking Lost Island and they're all already in the afterlife, and I'm gonna be fucking right on that. I'm gonna fucking turn around and say that they're all actually fucking Junko or something from the previous ones, because Junko Land worked or something. And I'm gonna be fucking right. Oh my god. God fucking damn it. Fuck Christ. Fuck! Are you kidding me with this shit? Oh god. God, I thought I hated myself for how right I was about Tenko and there being a second victim. Oh my god! I don't like being right. Can this stop? Can this please stop? This is horrifying. This is fucking horrifying. God damn it. Fucking video game. Okay. I'm gonna pick up the controller again. Let's continue with this shit. Good God! Good fucking God! Okay. Yes. They were all wonderful people, worthy of being sisters' friends.
Huh?
What?
Incomprehensible.
This is too impossible to understand. Too impossible. Sister is very happy. Yes, Korekio. I am very happy. Thanks to you, I am not lonely. I don't even know if I can call you Lysandroth anymore. You surpassed him. All he did was be creepy and kill a village and Archibald. You may have actually killed more people. You may have actually killed a village based on you killing 100 people and going to villages all around the world. And the corpse fucking too. You know, that thing that was a joke. Okay.
What?
Could it be that the lipstick version of Kyo is...
I am Korekio's older sister.
Thank you for looking after my little brother.
What?
What the hell? After I lost my beloved sister, I was so distraught I nearly went mad. But sister came to save me.
I am pleased.
She visited me during one of my seances and stayed inside me.
Sister.
Now I can see her whenever I want. I'm never lonely. This is why you definitely believe in seances.
Korekio.
That's wonderful, Korekio. Your love made the impossible possible. So it's not a trans thing at all, so it's okay.
Are you serious?
Although at this point I'm kind of wishing it was, because that would be less creepy than what we currently have.
I told you.
He's just delusional. What a sad girl who can't even believe in the power of love. Oh, she hates that.
Ew.
Either way, he's totally out of his mind. I mean, he killed for a dead chick. You said you killed a lot already, right? So it wasn't just the two you killed here. So we've got 2 killers in this.
What was that?
What? Seems like he was already crazy before he got here.
Because
You didn't kill to escape from here. That wasn't your purpose from the get-go. You just wanted to slaughter a bunch, huh?
Unacceptable.
Do not make me out to be some bloodthirsty, indiscriminate killer. So you are. I only kill girls who I think are worthy of being sisters' friends.
Huh?
Only girls? I see. So when we were deciding on who the medium should be, that's why you said a girl. It would best work with a girl. You said it would work best with a girl. I spent all my time evaluating all the girls here.
Wonderful.
And besides Maki and Mew, they were all worthy. Ouch. All worthy of being sisters' friends.
Yeah?
All worthy?
Why, you?
How come I'm not included? Not like I care,
Then-
fucker. Then the second victim could have been me. Tenko died in place of me. I mean, yeah. She volunteered to go in instead of you. Yeah. I'll do it. Nah, and then Tenko's just like, I'll do it so you can speak to Angie. Her niceness.
Excellent.
Himiko would have been great, but Tenko volunteering made me so happy. Her noble, earnest friends made her a perfect... her noble, earnest heart made her a perfect friend for sister.
Wonderful.
She even infiltrated the student council to protect Himiko. Huh? Infiltrate? Really?
But
how did you... It was obvious to me. I have studied many people. She stood up against the darkness of this school all by herself. All for her beloved friends.
Beautiful.
I was so touched by that. Wonderful. She was a perfect friend for sister. I can't understand why you didn't like her, Himiko. God, stop tormenting the poor thing.
Well.
Though, I was planning on having you become sister's friend too. Eventually.
No way!
You do all that for... You did all that just to kill. For you to go far, that's pretty impressive. At least it justifies, in a fucked up way, why he went through with 2 murders. You were interested in the caged child, just so you could use it to kill someone, right?
Let's see.
It interested me as an anthropologist, of course. But more than that,
my beloved
I wanted to kill
sister.
for sister. I cannot deny that overpowering feeling. And yeah, kind of feeling fucked up
Are
again.
you okay?
Master Wolf, you look kind of pale. Don't worry about it. Let's focus on Kia right now. Allow me to explain though. I did not plan to kill both of them. I knew I would have plenty of chances after escaping this place.
However...
But Angie walked in on me preparing, and I ended up killing her a different way. So I figured I may as well kill someone else too. After all, it would be a shame to just waste the seance trick I prepared. But it meant you couldn't get out of here and now you can't kill 100 people.
What is that?
You're talking like you killed her just because you could. No, not just because I could. I was sending another friend to sister. Correcchio, you're such a thoughtful little boy, but it was bad to get greedy. You're right. Because of that, now I can't send 100 friends to sister. Do you understand now? Those were circumstances of Correcchio's crime. I do not understand. This is all too impossible for me to understand.
Why?
That right. Killing 2 friends for your dead sister?
How?
That wrong. That's so wrong. Oh, don't get so worked up. There's something I learned after sister's death.
Do not worry.
Death only changes a person's form. The soul lives on as a ghost.
That's right.
That's right. Even though I'm a ghost now, I'm always by Correcchio's side.
Sister.
Thank you, sister. I love you. Cut it out already.
What was
I
that?
don't understand anything you're saying. Nothing makes sense. It's not fair. Why did Auntie and Tenko have to die for something so unfair?
Well...
Because death is unfair. Yeah.
And another
All deaths are unfair deaths. Why do you think news stations get such high ratings when they're reporting about death? Because everyone likes unfair deaths.
Maybe.
Well, if you look at it like that, this whole killing game embodies that philosophy, right? Gifted high school students forced to play a killing game. Man, if people were watching this, they'd get a kick out of it. If people were watching this?
Shut up!
Knock off the bullshit. Only sick fucks would enjoy watching this. Hey, stop calling us out.
You got me.
If I wasn't in this killing game, I'd have so much fun watching. Alright. The nature of this killing game is yet shrouded in mystery. But my role in it is over. I have finished my explanation to you, friends.
Sister.
I think I shall go on and see her now. My beloved sister.
Sister.
But I was unable to send her 100 friends. But at least I can see her again now.
Correcchio.
It's alright, sweet Correcchio. Come to me.
Oh.
Looks like you're all already prepared. Now then, let's get started.
It's punishment time!
There it is.
Huh? Sister.
My beloved sister, at long last. I'll finally get to see you again. Yeah, I don't think the other people in this game are actually that upset that you're dying at this point. I think everyone's just like, yeah, you know what? It might actually be better if you do it because you're fucked up and you kill people over nothing.
That's right.
From now on, no one will try to stop us. We can be together without having to hide our love from others. Can't accept this.
Therefore,
Like I said, there's no such thing as a death that can be accepted.
from an anthropological
Why do you think so many different cultures have funeral rites? Why do you think rumors of waves to resurrect the dead never cease? The living must find a reason, however forced, to accept death when it happens. How you come to terms with death also determines how you live, yes?
What was that?
Spoken like a fucking anthropologist who's fucking creepy. What? That was the answer I reached. How about you? How will you live after a life? How will you live a life that faces death?
Now then, I've prepared a very special punishment.
Alright.
I shall observe.
I shall watch over you all as a ghost. As your friends, I will watch over you.
That's right.
It won't just be me and Korekyo. All those who died will be watching. I'll be watching to see how you face the death of your friends.
Humanity.
I will be watching forever and ever.
It's punishment time!
Gotta go as creepy as possible with this, don't we? Alright, okay. What on earth is this gonna be? I want it to be like trying to resurrect his sister and it blows up in his face. Because he hates the resurrection stuff. Doesn't believe in it. Alright, okay. We got those. Cultural melting pot. Oh, that's a horrifying name in terms of what that implies might fucking happen here. Good God, okay. It's a good name for it, but fuck. Alright, gotta spin you up and get you nice and dizzy. Yeah, we're just full on actually just straight up cultural melting pot. Boiled alive! This game's executions are fucking vicious as hell. You gonna push the others in or you're going in yourself? Yeah. Either you realize you're tearing everyone apart or you can't stand it because everyone's rejected you. This is horrifying, by the way. They're so vicious in this game. Like, that's not burning alive. That is boiled. Probably way more painful. Sister! Salting the ghosts. Oh, and the sister's doing it too. The sister is fucking destroying his ghost too. Oh yeah, no, that's a fucking despairful fucking death for fucking Lysandra. Holy shit! This is what you get for not giving me 100 friends. So even his ghost isn't gonna watch on forever. He said his ghost was gonna watch on forever. That's not fucking true. His sister, wow. Wow, okay. Eat shit, Lysandra. Even in death, you don't get the peaceful ending that you were hoping for. No, your sister fucking rejected you and killed you. Probably for not getting 100 friends. Fuck. Eat shit and die. And then die again. Kill 2 people, die twice. Guess that works. What?
Gory!
No, Monitor, why?
I'm not gonna make myself bleed again. To think my cute child would commit suicide. Yawn. It's so cute. It's so freaking cute that he'd kill himself because he couldn't get along. So now that one of them's not there to kill the others, are the other two gonna survive or are they gonna turn on each other and one's gonna kill the other in the next one?
Monitor committed suicide. Had I known this would happen, I would have been nicer to him. The only reason Monotum obsessed over getting along was because everyone but me bullied him.
That's right!
Yes, the other Monocops drove him to suicide, but not me.
Hey.
Hey, who's Monotum?
Huh? You already forgot? That's kinda scary.
It doesn't make you feel much better, does it?
Well now.
Looks like another class trial has wrapped up without incident, so I'm gonna take back this here Necronomicon. Seems like a waste though. You guys sure you don't want to use it? You guys should have brought someone back to life and added them to your roster. How long are you gonna keep talking about that?
Told you.
The whole resurrection ritual is obviously a lie. I don't know, that execution definitely said ghosts were real. I mean, ghosts were real in one of the executions in Danganronpa 2, but that was also in a virtual reality world, so you can kind of get away with it. But, yeah, that execution kind of implied the ghost part was super fucking real. He's just trying to shake us mentally to get us to panic. I'm assuming you'll think another murder will happen if you do that, right? Who can say?
What a waste. If none of you were gonna use it, you should have let me have it. Then I could have resurrected one of my dead siblings.
Which one?
Well, I don't know. They were all pretty terrible, actually.
Wait, did one of us die? I could have sworn it's just been the two of us this whole time.
Oh, yeah.
Too bad you missed your chance to raise the dead. That's what you get for doubting me. Too bad. I'm still curious how real that would have actually been. Bye.
So long. Farewell.
Bye, Cubs. Even now, he still talks about raising the dead.
Always messing around.
This is stupid. What people believe in is up to them, but living people shouldn't have to suffer because of the dead.
Of course.
The living are more precious than the dead, no matter what. Aren't we talking about how we're living in honor of the dead people? That's not something a coward like you should say. Shut up, leave me alone.
What?
But there's one thing this case taught me. I thought there was a god watching over us, but there isn't after all, not in this academy. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, everyone in the student council is going to stop believing in Atsuhara now.
You're right.
Well, that's why we have to work together, right? Face it together. Our ultimate talents are the best weapons we have. Not that we use them that often. Well, Shuichi does.
Gonta do his best.
Then Gonta do his best to keep everyone safe. Gonta want to protect everyone. But your talent is entomology. I was about to say, yeah. I don't want Shuichi to use his ultimate talent anymore. I'm getting sick of class trials.
You're right.
Yeah, you're right. Your talent as an assassin is way more trouble. When are you gonna use that, huh? Fucking keep pushing me, Kakichi. Fucking watch me.
Okay,
I'll work hard until everyone trusts my ultimate talent. Huh?
that's right.
It may not be possible now, but I'll put the effort so everyone can trust me. I won't run away anymore. I want to survive and escape this place with everyone. Maki. I see! I wonder how long that'll last. What if your true calling as a killer shows? Don't underestimate her. Maki Roll's one of my sidekicks.
Wait a minute.
I don't remember being your sidekick. Also, didn't I tell you to stop calling me Maki Roll? Oh, you guys are so close now. This must be the powerful bond of friendship. But I would have preferred it to happen sooner, especially not after losing 7 people. Only 9 people left now. What do you know? The dumbass can do basic math. Why you gotta be mean? 7 pieces of shit have been flushed away and only 9 remain. Why are you gonna be mean and obsessed with poop?
Actually,
By my calculation, doesn't that make you one of the pieces? Just 9 of us.
Well, you know.
Humans are like weeds, too numerous to count. 7 of us dead doesn't mean much in the end. That's totally what the heartless robot is thinking. Right, Kikichi. Just not fuck with people for like a second, please.
How rude.
If you stopped, I might actually start liking you because you were actually pretty good during this case. You were helpful and everything. Like, you were actually pretty helpful for this. You're still not as intelligent as everyone in comments and Discord seems to give you credit for, because you still don't seem to actually know the investigation stuff anywhere near as well as some of the other characters, especially Shuichi, but obviously he's a detective. But I mean, you are actually pretty helpful for this one, and I do believe you have everyone's best interests in heart, and you do want to help everyone. I just think you have absolutely fucked up ways of showing it, either because you don't trust everyone, or you've been betrayed in the past, or you just enjoy doing it this way. It's hard to say.
But you know,
none of us gave up, right? I know we're all gonna escape. I'm not gonna rely on a god, spirits, or the dead. I mean, Ryoma gave up.
I believe in you.
I believe in all of you.
Okay.
Kaito.
Well, of course.
You're right. Those of us who remain can start over.
Hey.
Hold up. Keyboy needs to apologize to everyone for the whole student council thing. And there's only one kind of apology that I'm willing to accept.
How exciting!
Take up your head and smash it on the ground with all your strength. Got that? Why does he have to apologize for it?
No way.
I've never heard such an intense form of apology. It seems like everything is settled for now, even though we're missing her. Hi, Emiko.
You all right?
No. Anything Gonta can do to help, you can tell Gonta.
Hey.
I think we should let her have some space for now. That might be best for her.
Okay.
I remember how I felt.
Oh.
Gonta understands.
You're so dumb.
Himiko is such a liar. What?
Because I'm a liar.
Personally, I don't think lies are exactly a bad thing. Let's face it, you wouldn't have any free will in the world if the world was compromised with just the truth. But even then, I don't think it's good to lie to yourself, you know?
right?
Think about Himiko's feelings a little bit. I only said this because I thought of better. Himiko's been lying to herself about her own feelings, so she's been holding back. Hey, what are you repressing? Why are you trying so hard to hold back? Holy shit, you're actually being helpful. You're literally just trying to reinforce the message that Himiko gave. And you're trying to do it with the same method by getting her angry. It's not about the fact that she doesn't care. It's not about the fact that, yeah, she's not lying about not caring. No, she's not lying about caring. She's lying about hiding her feelings, yeah. You know what I mean? If you feel like crying when you're talking, cry your eyes out. You'll feel better when you do. And laugh, it makes you feel better too. And anger can cheer you up. Come on, Himiko. Kakichi's actually trying to do something genuinely really nice right now. Tenko, Angie, I'm so lonely. I'm so lonely without you two. But I gotta survive. I still can't go to where you are. I'm so lonely. I'm so lonely without the both of you. Himiko.
Damn it.
Yeah. Himiko cried for a long time. She cried as if she was releasing all the emotions she had bottled up inside. Before we knew it, as if lured by her doing so, we began crying. The tears we shed, I can't even describe it. We were crying about what had been done through and what was to come. Sadness, hatred, frustration, discord, join it, link in the description, anger, love, tears filled with emotion. But at the very least, they weren't tears of submission. They were tears to push us forward. It's moments like that that, like, help me, like, reinforce the idea that I do think that Kakichi genuinely does have our best interests at heart. He just has very different ways of showing it.
Is she hard to carry, Gonta?
She fell asleep.
No, she fine.
She tiny.
She's sleeping very peacefully.
She's all tuckered out after crying. Robots sleep well after leaking their oils too, right?
I have told you many times that I do not use oil as my fuel source.
But wow, that really surprised me. She passed out as soon as she stopped crying.
Yeah, but she looks so peaceful sleeping like that.
She probably felt better after letting it all out, don't you think?
That was the whole thing that Tenko was saying, yeah. And Angie was like the exact opposite. Like, Angie was not helpful for her.
Yeah, I hope so.
Then Gonta carry Himiko to her room.
Make sure you focus real good on your back, you hear me?
They're not sleeping together.
You'll need that focus if you want to feel her little mosquito bites poking ya.
I don't even... Her boobs? I don't even know what you're talking about.
There's no way he'd do such a thing. Gonta is a gentleman after all.
While we were heading back to the dorms, I suddenly noticed Kaito had stopped in his tracks. Kaito, what's wrong? Huh? Oh, nothing. I just wanted to get some night air. Don't worry about me. Go on ahead.
Huh?
You sure?
Well...
Anyway, don't do something like this again, okay? If you dislike scary things, then you should have said so earlier. I thought you were sick. You worried about me? Yeah, worried about your stupidity. Still haven't warmed up to me, huh?
But...
Maybe not, but I feel like the walls we had are coming down a little, you know? Perhaps those walls were her enemies. It seems like she doesn't want to wait anymore.
Got it.
Yeah, because of me.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe. But you sound like you're bragging, Kaido. Like I said, I'm gonna get some air before I go back. You can go on ahead.
Okay.
Sure, got it. See you tomorrow.
Got it.
See you tomorrow. Kaido, what are you up to? After our goodbyes, I returned to my dorm room. I didn't notice what was going on with Kaido. Cough. Cough, cough.
Damn it.
Yeah, the blood from his coughing wasn't because Maki punched him earlier.
I don't have time to be dying. I still haven't gone into space yet.
So you're sick. I mean, I've literally coughed up blood in this LP. I know that coughing up blood doesn't instantly mean dying. I'm not dying. Well, I mean, I am. But not from coughing up blood. But the way that it's like, what makes me cough up blood isn't making me woozy and everything for the rest of the day. It seems to be for Kaido. So the question is, do you know that you're dying, or are you just worried that you might be?
Damn it. No way am I gonna die
If
here.
he dies because he's sick, does the class trial still happen? I mean, like with Sakura, someone killed Sakura. It was her. But...
No way.
what about dying of illness? Chapter ends. By 3 people. Jeez. And with that, as another class trial and chapter and everything finished. Mysterious Mask. Graveyard Slot. Alright, well, that is the end of that. I hate how wrong I am over this entire chapter. I was way the hell too right about everything, and I hated it. I was right about 2 deaths. I was also right about serial killer. And I was somehow right about corpse fucking. I hate it when I'm right. Yeah. This has been the weirdest fucking chapter, I swear to God. Fuck. The still most emotionally distressing part out of all of it was the fucking deadly life, which is also surprising, but damn. Yeah. On the next episode, we continue into the next daily life where another person will die. Gotta love how it's just like so many episodes of this, people are dying. Yay. That being said, not even the characters in the game seem to be upset that Lysanderoth was dying. They're upset about 2B dying. They did not seem upset that Lysanderoth was dying. Which, fair. So yeah. With that, that is the end of this episode. I'm hot and sweaty, and I'm gonna go think about how right I was about corpse fuck, and be extremely upset with it. I now actually, if I ever make a proper one of those, I actually don't need to change that part on that list, and that is fucked up. That is incredibly fucked up. So yes, next episode will be more daily life. Another person will die, and you know, this game's getting me a lot more than the others in terms of emotions. I mean, I'll straight up say it at this point. So far, I'm enjoying this game way more than I enjoyed either of the other two. And I still really enjoyed the other two. But, like, if I had to put the first 3 chapters of the first game, the second game, and the third game up to point so far, this is my favorite. Easily. It's not even close. This one's really good. This is a really, really good Danganronpa. And the others were still pretty damn good to begin with. So, I'm pretty happy with that. Hopefully the other gay characters in this don't die in the next episode. Although at this point, pretty much the only person that I can just be like, yeah, they're probably definitely queer in some capacity is Shuichi. I mean, I still have suspicions about the others. Like, I still think that Mew's probably bi, but... Anyway, next episode, more daily life, people dying. So, until then, this is version 2, signing out.